gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pastor Grave. Hey. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go ahead and lick and we'll get rich today. Rich, bitch.
Gravy, gang! What is going on, everybody? Happy Gravy Day. It's Past Gravy, episode 558 with Alex, Patsy, and Bobby, the birthday boy hog jokes, back again for you. We are a little early gravy for you this week because it's Bobby's birthday tomorrow.
Premature gravy.
So, premature gravy for everybody. Premature gravy for everybody. You're going to love it. But let's just start with the Precome segment. Let's just hop right into it. I was talking to a buddy, and I don't know how Alcoholics Anonymous came up, but he just brought up the fact that like it's never in like a interesting location. It's always the most random places that you have an AA meeting. We're like, oh yeah, that high school gym after the basketball game, there's an AA meeting after that. Or they were going to use this science class. Like this rec center was going to stay open, or this VFW hall was going to let them host an AA meeting. And it's like, I understand you just don't want to pay any money for it. You want to find like wherever you can just fit a quick meeting in. That's not what it's about. The location is not what it's about. It's about the purpose that you're serving. But then I just tried to come up with like the weirdest places that you could hold AA meetings. And so I just jotted down a little list of like what I thought would be some of the weirder places to have an AA meeting. Weird places for AA meetings, starting off with bumper cars. Probably a weird spot to be like, hi, my name is Alex. I'm an alcoholic. Shit. Sorry, his mom and her kid just ran into me. My bad. So this is 7 months since I've had my last drink. You keep getting bumped into like that. I think that would be pretty awkward. Ripley's Believe It or Not. I just feel like you'd be distracted and wouldn't be focused on improving yourself at all. The Space Needle in Seattle. Again, you're distracted. There's too much to look at. This is not a great place for an AA meeting. The opening ceremonies of any Olympic Games. Oh, is that Korea? North or South? Both. Okay, cool.
We got to move this along. We have to be out of here before Uzbekistan comes.
Yeah, right. Look, we got Trinidad and Tobago coming up soon. Let's wrap it up. Sorry, we got 6 more people to get to.
We've got countries A through G, and then Narcotics Anonymous has the rest of it, so we got to keep it tight.
Another weird place for an AA meeting would probably be a McDonald's play place. Definitely more for playing and less for meeting. And it just would probably cramp any like play place activity going down.
I'm just picturing them all sitting in the ball pit.
On the ball pit. Look, we're relaxed, but
it's a safe place. These kids can tell anyone.
Also had the NASA space training simulator, the little ball that they're getting spun around in. Trying to be like, hey, what's up? I'm Alex, and I'm an alcoholic, and this is my 6 months. You toss me a chip, I'm dropping it because I'm all in the simulator. That would be crazy. And then I would imagine everybody would be in that simulator too. So there's just everybody in a bunch of spinning balls, just not going to get a lot done. Not going to be a productive meeting. And then batting cages. It's not going to be a great conversational area.
I actually think batting cages would be a great one because it might be easier to open up if you don't have to look at everyone. Like if you're like, okay, I have to look on the ball. I'm going to talk, but everyone's just standing at the cage right there. So that way you don't have to look them in the eyes. You can focus on the ball so you can open up a little bit better. That actually, I don't think that one's a bad idea. I think it's a really good idea.
Okay. The World Trade Center Memorial. That really.
Yeah, that one would be weird.
Crushes the vibe. I feel like of any meeting, you're like, 9/11 happened here. Hi, I'm Alex. I'm an alcoholic. I'm sad already. Like it just dampens the mood immediately.
I think that one actually seems like it could be added because you think about just like a tragedy happened here, tragedies happened in my life. We rebuilt, we overcame, we can overcome too. Like it seems like that one's actually the appropriate place to have an AA meeting.
All
Yeah,
it
but
took
what
was
if
the worst terrorist attack on U.S. soil, and thinking about that.
It's not the
what if one of
weirdest
them in the meeting is like, "Yeah, I'm a pilot." You'd be like, "This isn't the right place for you to talk about being drunk."
I don't know. I still think that one works. That one plays.
I don't hate. I don't. I
I
understand your
don't hate
argument.
it, but like I'm not saying let's have AA meetings. I'm just saying that's not the weirdest one.
All right. All right. Last one I had was just an aquarium, but you're treading water at the top of the tank.
What if we just change that to like a high school gymnasium pool?
That too. But really, the aquarium bit gave me another idea, and that was a TV show. I'm pitching all kinds of ideas here today, guys. Just strap in
All
to
right.
the Precome segment. I had a TV show idea I'd like to pitch. It's called Shark Tank AA. And it is not at all like the show Shark Tank where you pitch movie idea or where you pitch product ideas. It's simply an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, but it is while you're treading water in a Shark Tank. It's a really long one. It's just going to go until there's one person left floating or that doesn't get eaten, but that person gets cured.
So we're using magical powers in this show.
I think fear, you use the fear and you've overcome the fear of being eaten by a shark or drowning. So like that fear, just like you're cured.
I'm trying to remember, what was the U.S. aircraft carrier that went down and everyone was killed by sharks? Not everyone, but like a lot of them. This was like back in World War. The USS Indianapolis. You're basically just combining the USS Indianapolis with people's personal demons and turning it into a game show.
Right, but that's good TV.
Then like you
Right.
launch, maybe if you tie it in with whenever it premieres at that same time, like the 40th anniversary of Jaws releasing, it gets put back in theaters. It's all like a big tie-in.
The mayor was an alcoholic at Jaws.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were all drinking.
they were all drinking.
I'm just trying to see how
I
we
don't
could
hate
tie it
that.
into other things to help launch this new TV show for you.
I just feel like there's something there, and it's one of those where it's like it's fucked up and people would watch.
I think okay, so if we're gonna do that, I think everyone in the tank has to have done something bad though. Like they're not just a drunk; they're a drunk that ran over a little kid. Or like they're a drunk that hit their wife.
Like
Well, no, because okay, so you want to kill innocent people?
No, the prize is that you're cured.
Yes, but then everyone else dies from shark attacks.
Right. It's like Squid
So
Game, but
I
better.
think we should just be that way. The audience doesn't feel bad about those people. They have to be bad people. And then that person, we're like, okay, you've got the second lease at life, rehabilitate. Don't do what you did again. Which, if you're curing their alcoholism, they're probably vastly less likely to reoffend.
Okay, you win, you're cured from alcoholism, and you also have to coach a pee-wee hockey team that's not very good and down on their luck. And also plays against the team that you played pee-wee hockey for and missed a penalty shot in an important game and felt like you let your parents down.
Hell yes.
But then it spiraled you into depression and alcoholism, and your minor league career was cut short because of that depression. And that's
if I ever became a lawyer, that could have been me.
Okay, new movie idea. Mighty
If
Ducks,
I had
the prequel. It's just Gordon Bombay, but it's only the alcoholic years.
It's when he's being a shithead. I mean, think about it. If I had lawyer money, I probably would have hit something with my car by now or been arrested for drunk driving. Like expendable money. I don't care about tickets. I'm just saying, think about how much I drink now. Now think about if I also made an extra like $60,000 to $80,000 a year. I'd have more money. I'd have a nicer car. I wouldn't care about tickets. I'd be a total piece of shit. I'd probably be a scumbag lawyer. Like I would definitely be a defense attorney. There's like, I wouldn't work for the state. I'd be like, yeah, I'm working for the bad guys. They pay me in Pappy Van Winkle.
That'd be all you need, all you need. All right. So that was a movie idea right there. Just Mighty Ducks, the prequel, the drunk years. And that's just the Gordon Bombay story. You can make that a mini series.
We'll have Todd Phillips make it like he made the Joker. Or just Joker. It's not the Joker.
Yeah. Fun fact about Gordon Bombay, his first and last name are just gin brands.
I never thought about that before.
Yep, that was what the writer, he was drinking when he wrote Gordon Bombay's character. Fun fact, that's a true story.
I don't
another
believe
movie.
you. I want to
Well,
believe
no,
you.
but you can go look it
you
up.
lie to me all the time on here.
Right. Well, you can go look it up now. That's the fun part. You get to do a little homework just to fact check. I did have another movie I did wanted to pitch. This one is a movie called Snakeskin, and it's basically the idea of the movie, the premise of the movie. It's a Freaky Friday style movie where a high school student trades bodies with his pet snake. The high school student's name is Jake. The snake's name is Sal. And the only problem in this movie is within the first 10 minutes of the movie, Jake becomes the snake and he's like, I want to go see what it's like to be a snake. And he slithers out in the front yard. A hawk comes down, grabs him, kills him. Dead. So the snake stuck in the kid's body has to just pretend he's a high school student going through this kid's life. Like, hey, I'm a snake. I was a snake until moments ago. I got no idea how to be a human. And he's just got to convince the rest of the world that he is not a snake in a human's body. He's shed one set of skin, and now he's in his human skin. And he's got to convince everybody that that's the true skin he belongs in.
I will back this 100% as long as we can call the movie Jake the Snake.
No, it's snake skin.
I don't know. See, I'm out now.
No, Jake's dead.
No, but now the snake has become Jake. So he is Jake the Snake.
But he's Sal. Sal is Jake, really. That's
no,
the
but
problem.
now Sal has to become Jake. Everyone's calling him Jake. They're not going to call him Sal. Everyone's calling him Jake, but Jake actually is a snake. He's Jake the Snake.
You want to run some lines? Let's do like a table read. And by table read, we don't have any lines, but like, let's just throw ourselves into a scenario here. I will be Sal in Jake's body. So I'm trying to pretend that I am not a snake. I have to convince you guys, you be one of my classmates.
All right. Hey, Jake, how's it going?
What's going on, dude? I was just in history class. How's it going with you?
I'm okay. I just got out of class. What class were you in?
Oh, what did I already forgot about. You guys, have y'all studied for that math test we got coming up?
Oh yeah, with Mr. Peters. Yeah, I'm all ready for it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm really worried about that test. I didn't. I really I don't know how I'm gonna do on it. What about lunch? You guys excited for lunch? I hope they have mice. I mean, pizza. I hope they have mice for pizza for lunch.
Jake, are you okay? Are you feeling all right, buddy?
Yeah, I think I might be stroking out a little bit. I might be stroking out. Everything's good. Let's go to class. We'll see you guys later. Bell rings. Insane. Perfect. Yeah, let's buy this movie. Who doesn't want this movie? Snakes.
I think I got the perfect buddy to work on writing this. He also wrote a zombies versus robots movie one time.
Let's do that.
Yeah. No, sorry, it was Zombies Aliens. Zombies Aliens. I don't want to discredit his writing works.
I just think like it throws a whole wrench and the kid dies immediately. You're like, wait,
as well
what?
He should.
Right?
Anybody that owns a snake should die.
But chaos ensues. I think that's a great one. So snakeskin, that's a yes.
Jake
We'll
the
put that in the yes column. But Jake the Snake was already a marketed thing. Like, I feel like it'll just be funny that he is trying to be like, no, I'm not not named after the wrestler that also is marketing with a snake. I am trying to get away from the snake image.
Hold on, is the wrestler still alive? Because if he is, I think he should play the principal. Yeah, he's still alive, and he could totally play. Cameo? He could totally play the school principal,
or the student's dad. He could play Jake's dad, and then he's like, "Something's up with you, son."
Or
and
if he's the principal, but he keeps looking at him weird, like he knows, and it's a little haha, wink and a nod to him being Jake the Snake. He's only in one scene, but the kid walks by, he just gives him this look like I know.
And then also, kind of like Mad Eye Moody's kid, you're just like Sal as Jake. His tell would just be he's got to try to stop sticking his tongue out. He's just Jake, would you like to present to the class? And he gets up. He's like, all right, so we're going to be talking about Montana. That's my state that I have to present. Just does that. He just sits out lunch for 6 weeks. He's like, no, I had a big lunch last week.
I already ate this week.
All right, yeah. What'd you guys do over summer break? Oh, I didn't do too much. Just coiled up outside in the sun. I mean, laid out by the pool. I think there's a lot of legs to this. And by legs, I mean no legs at all because snakes don't have those.
I'm at least interested.
I think you're.
I'm
way
gonna
more
hold
than
out.
Interested.
I am, but this whole name thing is really it's a big stickler point for me.
I just don't know if we have the rights to Jake the Snake. You know.
Oh, we'll get him. We'll get him.
All right. All right. What else did I have? Oh, I wanted to show you guys a new character I'm working on. It's a guy that is really into cold plunges, but he's on a business trip for some convention and he's out of town, hasn't gotten to go have a cold plunge for a little while. So you be my coworker. I'm gonna be that guy that's addicted to cold plunges, and I'm going through withdrawals right now.
Hey, buddy, how's your hotel room?
Is it hot in here? Is it like, did your AC work? I don't think my AC was on all night. I turned it down as low as it could go. I feel like I'm just sweating bullets. Are you hot in here?
No, man, I'm just like you. I keep my hotel room cold all the time.
We need to go see something about this. I am burning up, dude. I am burning up. I went to the ice machine. I filled my ice thing 12 times last night. 12 times last night, and I was still burning up.
Well, that's a little weird. I mean, I wasn't able to get any ice, and now at least I know now where it came from.
Jesus, it's just so hot in here. What are we doing? What is going on?
I don't know, man. I feel good. It's nice and cool in here. I don't know what you're talking.
I'm insane. That's perfect. See, like that's just a guy going through cold plunge withdrawals.
I thought you were going to at least admit. I've never heard of anybody obsessed with cold plunges that doesn't at least talk about it.
No, you're trying to hide it. You're trying to hide your withdrawals. It's like heroin. You just have a cup of ice at a time. Your hands shaking constantly.
I kept waiting for you to talk about it. I was like, when is he going to jump in?
Just a little. Yeah, I just want to touch his tongue. Just good. Oh God, I gotta go back. You're just hanging out. Yeah, it's the whole time. Yeah, I want to try and make some characters. I want to try and work on some characters. My buddy Lane was workshopping some ideas, and he helped me come up with the cold plunge idea on that one for sure. Last thing I had for the Precome segment was a new phrase I wanted to work in to our lingo. It's called turtle darkness, and that is just total darkness, but from the point of view inside a turtle's shell.
So, like, it's almost completely dark, but there's still like spots of light out in front of you that you can see.
It's no
turtle darkness would be.
It's whatever the light level is around you right now. Just picture yourself in a turtle's shell, and whatever the darkness is there, that's turtle darkness.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, most of everything around you is dark, but you can still see like one spot out in front of you. But like everything black, like it's like you have no peripheral vision. It's like you put both hands into a tunnel and you're looking through that, and then all you can see is that little speck, but everything else is dark.
Right. And it could also still be like sort of bright, so you can see like that there was light above you.
No, you couldn't, because the shell's completely.
Well, no, but the shell's not 100% like gonna block out the light. So the shell could still let a little bit of light in right there. But whatever it is, that's turtle darkness, not total darkness. Total darkness.
It's basically going to be black. Like
turtle darkness can be not all black.
If you were driving through a tunnel that didn't have any lights inside of it, that's what I'm picturing for turtle darkness. You can see out the hole in the front, but everything else around you, pitch black.
That also plays. That is also turtle darkness, but it could also, like, you could see the outline of the shell because it's so bright outside. It's still turtle darkness because that's what darkness is like to that turtle.
I could definitely see that being guys driving through a tunnel. It's like, dude, it's turtle darkness in here. Everybody else in the car is like, what the fuck did you just say to me?
But no, the way to use this in conversation would be like, man, I was in total dark, like not total dark, more like turtle dark. You know, like at the movie theater when they turn the lights out, but you can still see the like lit up stairway. That's turtle darkness because it's not completely totally dark. It's a little bit of light there. It's that little light that you see at the end of the shell. It's turtle darkness. Once
again, I like my definition better, but we'll go with yours.
Well, I came up with it, so it's mine. What'd you guys bring in?
Better. I heard this question and it really got me thinking about it. If you had to change religions, like I don't know, gun to head, whatever it is, you have to change your religion. Which one would you pick? I think I'm going Jewish. It seems like a lot of fun at times. Like Jewish weddings seem like so much fun. I would love to finally have a bar mitzvah where people give me a shit ton. Really, it's I want a bar mitzvah where people give me a bunch of money. Which is not good that immediately upon becoming Jewish, I become a stereotype. But Judaism does look fun in a lot of times. Get a nice little hat. Get 8 days of presents.
You do get 8 days of presents, but you do get the shaft when it comes to Christmas. You do get to eat Chinese food on Christmas.
I could finally get on J-Date. I've said for years I need a Jewish girl to boss me around. I think this would really expedite the system.
Yeah.
What about
I
you?
can
What
see
religion
that.
would you go with?
I feel like the easiest one would be like if you were like Baptist and you just became Methodist, because it's kind of just the same
But
thing.
you're still no, because you're still a Christian. Christianity is
Oh,
religion.
like,
That's
so
just a
that's
subsect. You got to change to something completely different.
I would go Baha'i faith. It's what Rainn Wilson is, and it's got like elements of Hinduism and like all kinds of other weird religions into it, but it's a very, very old religion. It's more just like vibes based.
Just a vibes-based religion.
It's more
All
like
right.
karma based, I guess. So it is based on like do good and good will come to you and stuff like that. But it's like you don't have to do a ton of shit.
Robert?
So I'd be laid back.
I mean, that seems like a good one to me.
Or atheist. Atheist would also be good because you're just like whatever.
I feel like Buddhist would be good for me. Just because it's like, no, we don't believe anything's going to happen after this. And we don't think if you do good things will come to you. It's just like, man, chill out. Be zen.
Yeah, what is there suffering? Suffering sometimes it's like suffering comes to those with no rhyme, or it's basically like suffering just fucking happens sometimes.
I mean,
Like,
I don't
that's
know
the worst
anything
motivational quote ever.
I don't really know anything about Buddhism, but to me, from the outside, it seems like their whole religion can kind of be boiled down to it is what it is. Just like fucking be cool about it. Just try and find peace.
Yeah.
That's a very, I think
that's what it is.
Buddhism might be the most vibes based like religion there is. It's just, dude, just chill out.
What would you definitely like? There's like, I'm spinning a wheel and you have to be that religion. You can't, like, no take backs. You get to take one religion off. Where do you go?
Oh, I'm Muslim. I can't give up pork.
You a Muslim?
I can't give up pork. Bacon is
Okay.
my favorite thing in the world.
Robert, what do you take off?
Take off. Maybe like I'm gonna take off atheism. How about that?
Atheism.
You fucking intolerant asshole.
What is Latter-day Saints?
That's Mormons. That's still
Mormons.
technically under Christianity.
They're the ones that they just don't do anything on Sundays?
No, they're Mormons. Which means you can't have caffeine, you can't have alcohol.
There was a religion that didn't do, like, they just wouldn't do anything on Sunday.
I mean, it's probably some sect of Christianity.
Sabbatarianism.
I know, like strict Jewish, you're not supposed to do anything on Saturday. Like even turn on the lights or anything. What do they have? I think they're called goyles, is like non-Jews that they'll have come over and be like, in the morning they'll come over and turn on the lights for them because like they're not supposed to do anything on Saturday.
What about Jehovah's Witness? What is that?
I think that's still technically a subsect of Christianity.
Okay, well, there was a girl that I knew that like would always talk about like she couldn't do anything on Sunday when we were growing up. And like
Probably Jehovah's Witness. I don't know.
I would take that one off the wheel because like it's like you can't watch football. What's the point of any of this? Is there a God if that God doesn't want me to watch football?
That's a good point. He wants us to be happy.
Right? That's what I thought.
Yeah. And
that was
then
good.
the other thing I had is I loved it the other day. I realized my mom has now reached the age where they just say completely out of pocket shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like outdated, but there's no malice in it whatsoever. So she texts the group chat of me and all my siblings and her the other day, like, hey, I don't know what everyone's plans is. You guys want to maybe get together for Easter? And I responded, I was like, I don't know if I can because already it's Saturday. I'm supposed to be in Austin for my buddy's baby shower. Or gender reveal. And she responds, Pat, that sounds queer. And then in parentheses behind it puts, sorry, Lindsay, because my oldest sister's gay. And I don't think I've ever laughed at anything so hard in my entire fucking life. My sister immediately hit it back with, we just call those coming out parties now. Not gender reveals. I was like, well, no, it's for his upcoming child, not for him. We were texting on the side like, God damn it, we love mom so much. What the fuck? I was like, I haven't heard anybody call something queer in at least 10 years.
Yeah.
Nobody calls it, like, if anything, you just call it, be like, that's gay. That's been around forever. I don't think she's just reached the age where, like, they did say queer back when she was a kid.
I didn't even think about that.
Dude, I loved it so much. I was like, God damn it, I hope my mom never changes. And just the fact that she put parentheses, sorry, Lindsay, in there, like, my gay daughter's going to see this.
It's fine. And then if your sister was cool with it, it's like, yeah, it's fine. She laughed.
I was fucking dying laughing so goddamn hard. It was my favorite thing to tell everybody at work today.
Oh, mom.
Like, everyone's like, yeah, Pat, we see where you come from now. It makes sense how you are.
Makes too much sense. Makes too much sense.
So I'm
Rob,
going to
what
bring
you
it
got?
back. I'm going to start calling things. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't do that. We don't do that on this podcast, Elias.
I've been wondering this for a while. Pat, why haven't you and I gotten vasectomies yet? What are we waiting for?
I don't want one.
Do you want kids?
Yeah.
No, you
I don't think I fucking at this point, God knows if it's going to happen. Dude, I've always wanted to be a dad. That's like the only thing I've ever actually wanted out of life.
I don't think I knew that about you.
You just thought I didn't want. I know.
You don't seem
understand
like
how
a
you
guy
think
that would want to be a dad.
Yeah.
I
You
do
don't
say
get that off.
fuck them kids all the time, and I do talk about loving it when kids get hurt. But I thought that was just everybody enjoyed that. And kids are annoying, but like I still want them. A little version of me that I could mold into like a hilarious person with all the dumb ideas that I'm going to teach them. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask it again. Pat, why haven't we got vasectomies?
I mean, honestly, I'm also cheap.
He's lazy. And when was the last time you went to the doctor?
That's a good point.
7 years, 8
So
years.
you would have had to go do that to
Yeah.
even schedule that, which means you have to go to the doctor again because you had to schedule an
Yeah.
appointment, you had to go get checked out, then you had to actually go for the actual procedure. Pat would have to go to the doctor twice in a year.
Also, Robert, you don't need a vasectomy when you're not fucking anyone.
That's
That'd be-
also a great
Yeah,
point.
also
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Also true.
Also a good point. Robert, is that your way of just bragging that you're just getting laid all the time?
No, I think that's just my way of saying I'm also poor. That's why I haven't gone.
I think this was Robert's way of saying he's tired of condoms.
Yeah, you just want to raw dog it, dude?
No, I'm just saying that, like, why
You can't find one that's big enough.
Can't contain
Yeah.
the hog, you know?
exactly?
They keep breaking. You want to unleash the beast, you know?
That's what I'm going for.
All right, so we'll start a GoFundMe for Robert's vasectomy. We got to do it on camera, though. We'll blur out your junk, but like, or like, we don't have to show that, but I just want a camera on you while you're getting snipped.
I think I'd rather just like be out.
No. If we're raising money for this, you're just getting numbed.
I'm assuming Alex, he's gonna have like a starting lineups worth of kids. So
Oh,
can see why
I
he
mean,
hasn't
that
gone.
costs money.
Yeah, that's
money. I'd like at least one more. I would like a chance at having a boy too. A boy and a girl would be pretty solid.
yeah. I don't
Combo.
think anything past 3 at this point is.
Yeah,
just-
no
you're-
chances
You
more than
don't.
3.
You don't ever want to have money again.
Unless there's like a triplets or the twins situation, which I
Knock
don't
on
think
wood.
runs in the family. You're not going with. Jeez, I had a buddy that went to college with me that he and his wife had kids, and he was like, I really didn't want kids anyways, but we're gonna have a kid. They had twins, and he was like, vasectomy done.
Yeah.
Done. All right, we got
I
that
mean,
too.
That's the most.
Let's
efficient
go.
way
That's
to do
it. My dad worked with a guy that had 3 kids, and then they were going to have a 4th, and his wife had triplets. And can you imagine going from 3 to 6?
That poor
That-
guy.
Where you're just like, oh no, oh God, oh cool, we're gonna have a family of 6. Oh
Wow.
wait, no, No, not the 6 kids.
You have to like get a huger house too. Like, oh, this is gonna be expensive. Oh, also I have to make the biggest financial down payment of my life.
That too. Because
I
like
had a friend.
2-bedroom, like a 2-bedroom apartment, or like we're hopefully moving into a house by the end of this year, or by next year, with the kid. But it's like having 2 bedrooms means that like your kids have to sleep in the same room together at a certain point. Then you have to get 3 bedrooms so they can each have their own room. And it's like you have to look at shit like that when you're dealing with kids. You're like, wait, so they get their own room. Then I don't even have like I don't have my podcast room. Then where does my stuff go? You having to look at shit like that.
Not even that. You got to think about it this way. We had a friend in high school who was the oldest of 7, and her parents had like just a shuttle bus. Like, like it's one of those big, like extra long white vans that has like 4 rows in it.
Mhm.
That's just what they had to have to drive their family around.
Yeah.
It was
The U-Haul
wild. The
van.
first time I saw it, I was like, this is fucking objectively hilarious.
I feel like if you spread it out over a long enough period of time, like that has to be exhausting. But there were always those families where it's like, yeah, they had 6 kids, and one of them was in college, one of them was a junior in high school, the other one was a freshman in high school. It's like, all right, so their older brothers can like pick them up from shit.
Oh, yeah, like I think she was the oldest, and I think the youngest one was maybe in like 3rd, 4th grade when we were graduating high school. But that's the key. That's what my grandparents did. You just keep having them, and you make the older ones watch the younger ones.
And then it just helps itself. And that's how you had
So that's
farm
what, like,
kids
when you have a
back in the day.
triplet situation, you're screwed.
Yeah.
It's all you.
The 3 helpless kids for a while.
Would you want them
And
like
you're
close
outnumbered.
to each other in age, or would you like spread them out? Like my brother and I were
Yeah,
like
I mean, it's
6 years apart, I believe.
If you're only going to have like 2 or 3, I think it's best to just go bam, 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 back to back to back.
Yeah.
But if you're going to have like 7,
plan,
you
hopefully.
gotta space it out, especially for the woman's sake. Man, my grandmother
I'd
was
probably wait,
basically
like, 2
pregnant for
years.
18 straight years. That's a crazy thing to think about. My mom was 18 when the youngest was born.
Yeah, that is
It's
10
wild. Kids in 18 years. It was just pregnancy. Like that poor woman.
She just love being pregnant.
And my grandfather just loved not pulling out, apparently.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm a huge fan of that part.
Dude, I mean, that's
I would
the
say
Irish.
for me, that was the best part of the pregnancy so far.
Yeah, it seems pretty chill.
Really, because like when you get the test back, you're like, that shit worked. Look at me. Still got it, baby.
Kobe.
I mean, honestly, like when you're trying though, you're just like, please don't have broke sperm. Please don't have broke sperm. Please don't have broke sperm. Not that there's anything wrong with people that do. I'm not shitting anybody else, but like you're in your head about it the whole time. Like, oh man.
But also, you
that's
get
a
to be
whole
like,
nother
oh
thing you
no,
gotta do.
negative again. We gotta do it again.
Hey, babe.
We clock into the old salt mines.
I like us talking about like, hey, as a kid, like you got to worry about other things. Like having kids means you got to do other things. And everybody that's a parent that's listening to us was like, you fucking idiots, duh. Yeah,
So
we're figuring this out, guys.
You don't even fucking know. You guys don't even know. You're right. We don't.
No fucking clue. No fucking clue.
I've had a pretty chill 33 years. What can I say?
There you go. All right, let's move on to the Comeback Kids segment. Before we do that, I wanted to start doing this before we move into the Comeback Kids segment. Let's go to the every sports team wheel, and we're going to name random players from whatever sports team this wheel lands on. And it looks like it's just a wheel of American sports teams. Spinning the wheel right now. Pat, name random Philadelphia 76ers players.
Oh, I mean, the round mound of rebound, Charles Barkley, baby.
Andre Iguodala.
Oh, Iggy was a great. I mean, Dr. J from way back in the day.
Harden.
Oh, God,
Ben Simmons.
He's just depressed. Both of them are just depressing. Ben Simmons, though, he just keeps getting paid, and he hasn't played in like 3 years. It's insane. Didn't Doc Rivers play for them back in the day a little bit too? I believe he did.
Them, so I think that
I think he did play there too, though. I'm trying to think of the older school guys. I really don't know a lot of that. I mean, now of course you got Embiid. Who was the
was Tyrese Maxey?
Tyrese Maxey's on there now. Who was the guy that was like the third one they picked when they were doing the process? It was Embiid, Ben Simmons, and then they selected that other
Markelle Fultz.
Markelle Fultz, another point
And he's
guard.
on He's on
And
the
that guy just never did shit.
Magic now.
Who fucking knows, man?
I think they had Isaiah Cannon. I'm trying to. So Daryl Morey was the Rockets GM.
They took
and
Fultz, and they could have had what's his name for the Celtics? Tatum. Tatum was on the board, and they took Fultz. People forget about that. That's like the biggest swing and miss ever.
Oh, they had Mo Bamba, I believe. I think they traded him, but they had Mo Bamba for a little bit.
Mo
That was
Bamba.
cool. Maurice Cheeks.
Mo
I think he was on an
Cheeks.
NBA Jam game. That's what I remember from that.
Yeah, that's all I got for the 76ers. I don't have a
Did
deep
Baron
knowledge
Davis
of their
play
history.
for the 76ers? Yeah, I don't know. It was fun.
See, that's the thing.
Ram-
Really, we could have just been naming NBA players because they all get traded so much now. Who fucking knows?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think of one more. Can't.
Dude, I got nothing else for the Phillies, man. Chris Birdman, man, Anderson.
76ers. I don't know they played on them.
Yeah, I don't think he did either. Like I said, I'm just naming random people nobody fucking knows.
So that was not a super fun one, but maybe we'll find a better one next week.
Hey, I got two old school guys out of it.
Let's move on to the Comeback Kid segment. Here we go.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
Our first Comeback Kid this week. I guess it's Jesus. It's Jesus. We should have Jesus first because it's Easter coming up on Sunday. Reason for the season. Jesus is literally back.
And bunnies.
Back. That's why. And bunnies. But Jesus, Comeback Kid number 1. Comeback Kid number 2 is Fools. Because it's April Fool's somewhere. It will be April Fool's on Monday too. Go get your shirt, PassTheGameMerch.com. Get that April Fool's somewhere shirt. Because like, oh, hey, Alex, it might not get in by April Fool's Day. That's fine. It's April Fool's somewhere every day. It's always April Fool's. All right. Tell your friends that. Spread the word. Shout out to Ashley. I saw the Houston SaberCats, who hopefully will come back next week with an ad. 4-0 Houston SaberCats, the official rugby team of the Pass the Game podcast. They've never lost a game since they sponsored us. But I saw Ashley listens to the podcast. They posted on their social media. It was her wearing an April Fool's somewhere shirt, and it was like one of their main social accounts. I was like, "Fuck yeah, look at that!" And then Mikey and Joe were also in there too. But shout out to Ashley for rocking an April Fool's somewhere shirt. But you can go get yours, PassGameMerch.com. April Fool's is on Monday, so don't forget to wear your shirt accordingly and remind everyone that just because it's April Fool's that Monday. It's always April Fool's somewhere for somebody. It's also Fool's being back because Shohei Ohtani is a liar and he thinks we are all a bunch of fools that just don't catch on to his lies. All right. As we were doing this podcast last week, the news broke. Pat broke the news that ended up being one of the biggest sports stories, if not the biggest sports story of the week, that Shohei Ohtani is a giant cheater and that his interpreter was fired for stealing money from him and gambling. The next time we saw Shohei talk to the media, he said that he was paying off his interpreter's gambling debts. Then it came back that no. Actually, I talked to my legal team. I wasn't paying off his gambling debts. He stole my money. He stole my money from my account. He stole the money from my account. I wasn't paying off anything. I don't know if you guys know too much about gambling. I know Robert doesn't really, but if you are betting illegally, because you can't bet in California, can't bet on sports in California. If you are using a bookie and that's who you're paying off your bets for, an interpreter is not going to get like a $4 million line of credit. Shohei Ohtani might get a $4 million line of credit.
Well, he for sure would.
But his interpreter's not. So if you're saying it was his interpreter making those bets, his interpreter is not going to just roll up $4 million in credit with a bookie because the bookie's going to have a problem with that.
Yeah, and I mean, the best way I can sum it up is I saw somebody online say, I'm going to give him the same benefit of the doubt that was given to Altuve. And I think that's perfect. But also, there's way more smoking guns for him than there was for Altuve. At no point could they ever really connect Altuve other than he knew what was going on. But everything they can. There's no fucking way it wasn't him. There's absolutely no way. If you transfer large sums of money, and this was in 3 different transactions. One I think was $400,000 or $4 million, and then 2 separate $500,000 ones or whatever it was. The bank contacts you. They don't just send your money on that level without contacting you like, hey, are we sure this is going to the right place? All that stuff. There's absolutely no fucking way he didn't know about it, which we already knew because he did lie and came out and said one thing and then changed it to another. If he plays this year, it's gonna be ridiculous. Now they're gonna sweep it all under the rug, let him play while they do a large investigation, and maybe by
Altuve
next
would
year
have
they'll be
been
done.
electrocuted to death. He would have been put to death if this was done. He would have been on an electric chair, murdered. They would have done that to Jose Altuve. Would even thought twice about it. Wouldn't he even thought twice to Shohei?
At the very least, he should get a 1-year ban for, even if they can't prove any of it was on baseball, his own games, or Major League Baseball. At the very least, he should get a year for just illegally gambling, because it states right in your fucking contracts you're not allowed to gamble. Or at least, especially, you're not allowed to illegally gamble. So just that fact, the Dodgers should have, or Major League Baseball should suspend him for a year, even if it had nothing to do with Major League Baseball.
Dodgers. They should have to cease operations for a year.
Yeah. No, he was illegally gambling. He should be kicked out of the game of baseball for life, and the Dodgers should still have to pay his contract. Because I bet they knew about it. You don't pay someone $700 million unless you find out every fucking thing about them. They knew he was doing this shit.
Okay, here's my conspiracy theory that I think is going to happen. I feel like the Shohei thing is just going to be like, yeah, we're investigating it. Okay, we investigated it. We couldn't prove anything. Nothing's really going to come of it. Somehow this year, Pete Rose is going to be allowed back at like Phillies games and shit. They're going to start allowing Pete Rose to be recognized at things. And then you're just going to see that kind of go by the wayside. And then it'll be like, huh, why'd that happen all of a sudden?
No.
Because I think justice for Pete Rose, unless Pete Rose is unbanned, I think that's the only way that we'll allow this to go on. It's the only way that I will allow this, and that I will not just fight to the death that Shohei is a scumbag.
He already came out and like made a video where he said, man, if I had an interpreter back in the day, I would have gotten off scot-free. So he already threw a jab at Major League Baseball for they're not gonna forgive him until he's dead. They'll never give him the satisfaction of letting him in when he's alive. When he dies, I think then you can start a clock on, in the next 10 years, he'll be in the Hall of Fame. But yeah, no, he's their biggest cash cow. He's their biggest international star. They're going to sweep it under the rug and do anything because Manfred is a piece of shit.
And it's a brilliant move.
All he talks about is the integrity of the game, and he's just going to let this shit happen.
It's a brilliant move to just be like, well, my interpreter's not here. I can't talk. I can't answer questions. Sorry.
Get a different interpreter.
Right. Well, he doesn't trust that one. He has to have one he trusts. Like the guy that steals money from him, allegedly.
In LA. Fucking go to the goddamn Japanese consulate and borrow somebody.
Wasn't that supposed to be his best friend?
Yeah. And they even said, like, they were seen joking and laughing around like the day after it fucking broke. So you're going to be hanging out and talking and laughing with a guy that stole $4.5 million from your account?
I sure wouldn't be.
With that, I mean, fucking financial institutions should be like, no, like if I was Bank of America, if that's who he uses, probably fucking isn't. But I'd be like, oh no, we contacted Shohei when the money was being transferred and he okayed it. I'd be like, fuck you. You're not going to say that my institution could just be robbed of $4.5 million. I got a lot of people with a lot of money in here.
It's fucked up shit, dude. It's some fucked up shit. But yeah, apparently Shohei Ohtani thinks we're all fools.
I didn't even see. What did he say? Like, didn't he have a press conference yesterday or something? Or I didn't get a chance to look.
He said he's never gambled on sports ever in his life. Which now all we have to do is find that he gambled one time on like a horse race, and then he is a liar.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big part of the culture over there is gambling. Like, I can't say there's no way he doesn't gamble. There's a bunch of people that don't gamble, so I guess that doesn't make sense. But there's no fucking way he's innocent. At the very least, he paid off an illegal bookie, which should carry at least a year.
Ever heard of laws? I would never do that.
Like, I hope the state of California takes his entire Dodgers contract. Like, oh, you broke the law and you're rich, so fuck you.
He should be banned from California.
He
should have to pay everybody's
trade for him.
He should have to pay everybody's taxes for the whole state.
He should have to pay for all of my gambling for the rest of my life.
Then we will forgive him.
then I will forgive him.
Yeah. All right. Same. Please, Robert, cut that up and send it to Shohei. Send it to
Yeah.
his people. Let him know. But also, please translate it.
Oh
to
yeah, I
Japanese
mean,
too.
I'll retract everything I just said if he fucking pays for my shit.
Add the Japanese subtitles to the bottom so he'll understand.
Hi.
Or send it to his new interpreter. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Can we do a cameo? Like, can you find like a Japanese celebrity that we just be like, hey, say this, but in Japanese? Does it work like translator?
I'm sure we could.
We could maybe we'll find out. All right. Our comeback kid this week is Robert. Robert made another trip around the sun. Happy birthday, Bobby. Happy birthday,
Happy
Bobby.
birthday,
You
Bobby.
did it, buddy.
We love
Thank
you.
Oh,
Thank you.
love you, buddy. How old you turning?
I don't think it's really about how old I'm turning, but more about how young I'm staying.
How young are you staying? There you go.
Probably like, I don't know, 21, 22.
21.
You think you have that young of a soul?
Yeah.
He probably
I think you're
does.
arguably as
I know
old
it.
as I am in my soul.
How old are you in your soul?
Oh, dude, 65? Oh, damn it. See, I just went to Bobby's Facebook to try and find out how old he was. Not only does he have the wrong year listed as his birthday, he also has July 4th as his birthday. You slick bastard.
So every
Is
July
there a
4th, you
better
just
date?
get all the Facebook messages. You're like, oh, happy birthday. You're like, it's not my birthday. Pretty funny move. I like that.
See, he's a man of mystery. He's an old man.
I've always wondered if you could just change your birthday every day to like whatever the current day is. Like if your birthday, like if I had mine as March 26th today, could I change it to March 27th tomorrow? And then everybody just always tells you happy birthday.
Probably.
That'd be funny.
That's how you get the infinite wishes.
You always and all the good luck. That's how people do that.
Somebody is like, I could have sworn I wished them happy birthday yesterday, but I guess not.
Looks like
For
a lot of people did too. Weird.
3 or 4 days, they start to catch on, like, what's going on here?
Just do it for a full. Yeah, change it tomorrow. I guess no, nobody's telling you right now. That's funny. But yeah, Robert's birthday, March 27th. So everybody wish Robert a happy birthday. Happy birthday to the hog. You did it, buddy.
I'm going to
You
put it in
did
my
it.
calendar right now.
You won't remember tomorrow, a few hours from now.
No, I'm putting it in my actual calendar. No,
So it'll
it's
be
for
every
next
year.
For next year,
For
so it
every
can't
year,
sneak up
okay.
on me.
Gotcha.
Well, with that, Robert's idol is also a comeback kid because being a bad boy for life is a comeback kid this week. Puff Daddy, who Robert looks up to so much. Robert, why don't you tell us about why Puff Daddy's a comeback kid?
I hear because he's on the lam. You know?
Which sounds cool as shit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, where would you go on the lam to? We'll cut this so that nobody knows.
Where would I go?
Zinwandanejo? Everybody's got to go to Zinwandanejo or wherever the fuck that is from Shawshank, right?
I've never
It's
seen
too
the movie.
easy.
You got to go
Maybe
somewhere
so.
where, like, they wouldn't expect you to be. Like, I could go to California.
Dallas.
You could go to
Dealey
Dallas.
Plaza.
Hide in plain sight. Make it
Just camp out on Dealey Plaza, like
You're
on the
just out
grassy
of
knoll. They'll
there.
be like, that's not Alex. He would
It's
never
close
go
enough
there.
to where they could still get you, but you're just living in anonymity.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Robert could go to, like, I don't know, any baseball game outside of Texas.
Yeah.
Robert would go to like a football game. Then like nobody would know. Like,
Robert
never
just
fun
stays at the
that.
Toyota Center. He's just working Rockets games.
Nobody's looking for you there.
That's where I'd go.
Does lamb count? Like, does it stand for something? On the lamb stand. Like, why is it?
I don't know if it's an acronym. I'm sure it's probably just like old timey. Say, hey, he's on the lamb.
Oh, Johnny Law's on his ass. He's running on the lamb, boys.
It's probably just like slang from like the 1920s.
And he put them in silver bracelets pretty soon. Take them downtown to the big house.
Put him in the paddy wagon.
Come here, you slappy
Which, god
wag.
damn it, Why don't I call my car the paddy wagon?
I don't know. That's a huge miss on your part.
I got to get fucking stenciled acrylic or whatever it is on the side now. Paddy wagon.
I got you. I'll just spray paint it.
Patsy wagon.
Patsy wagon. But yeah, P. Diddy got his house raided, and
Both houses.
Yeah, he's
LA
got a lot
and
of
Miami.
houses. So I am not really super qualified to explain all of this, but I did what every normal person I feel like does when they don't know there's like P. Diddy's everything everybody's talking about on Twitter. Explain like I'm 5, P. Diddy, and then Reddit popped up with a thing that I believe I can actually. Well, I'll just read it to you guys. So if you're just like I was this morning, and you're like, "Why is everybody talking about P. Diddy?" The memes were there, and it was just a bunch of sex memes that I thought. But basically, summarizing it, somebody says a producer sued him for sexual harassment and assault, and said a bunch of stuff about how he drugs and assaults and harasses men on a regular basis, alleging that he had sex with a rapper that people have pretty much figured out is Meek Mill, who subsequently did a bunch of Twitter stuff that pretty much confirmed it despite his best efforts. After that, people started bringing up old stories, rumors, and clips of Diddy doing and saying stuff that would seem to confirm all of this. Key moments have included clips of Usher implying that he was molested by Diddy when he was 14 and 15, and people speculating that Justin Bieber was as well, since he was discovered by Usher and stayed with him at Diddy's mansion at the beginning of his career. Hence, today, the feds raided his properties regarding allegations of sex trafficking. And the rumor is that he and his jet are gone. And I think Cape Verde is where it says that his jet was tracked, and that is where they cannot extradite you.
There you go.
They can't send you to the U.S. for a crime.
They have no extradition treaty with the U.S.
Not a doctor. But if you didn't do any of the stuff, you probably don't flee the country. That looks bad.
I had seen something too that the feds had confiscated his cell phones or something before he left. So like they got him and then he got on the fucking plane and left. I don't know
also
100% on that yet, but
makes it seem bad.
Yeah,
typically,
I mean,
if you run, I think it seems bad.
I will say that in my opinion,
As a detective,
this guy's 100% fucking guilty. And with the Quiet on Set documentary coming out, are we finally going to start holding pedophiles accountable in this fucking country? I feel like we all know it should have happened a long time ago. But are we finally doing it? Are we finally just going to start? And at least in the entertainment industry, we'll never get around to politics because they won't let us.
This isn't really a topic like we are going to be solving, but we are a very big anti-pedophile podcast. And I mean, if you're a pedophile listening to this, don't turn it off now. You're not allowed.
Yeah, you should probably stop breathing.
If you're watching us and you're a pedophile, turn it off. All right. You've been warned. This is a no pedophile podcast. Yeah. Okay.
Swallow a shotgun.
Diddy allegedly turn this off. Not for you to watch or listen to.
When people ask me about Diddy, they're like, did he? And I'm like, yeah.
I say, I think so.
He did.
It seems like he did. He did. But is this also on us? Because like he's warned us for years that he was a bad boy for life.
I mean, his love for
he told us
Biggie
we ain't
Smalls
going.
Is fucking seeming a little more creepy now.
He also
Every
lied.
Breath You Take is now a very creepy song.
Well, he ripped that off in the police, but he also lied and told us that he ain't going nowhere, and he's in Cape Verde. So that's a lie. Maybe he isn't as bad of a boy as he thought he was, but that part seems to track.
Anybody that's like worked with him over the years now, like you guys were really close for like 5 years, huh? Yeah. You look like a piece of shit now. You're like, so he was doing this openly and you never said anything about him drugging and fucking guys?
Remember Jonah Hill and Get Him to the Greek? Maybe that was a step behind the curtain of what it's like to work with Diddy.
That was probably Diddy's giant dildo.
I only know that from the memes. I know the dildo, the meme jokes. That they were flushing dildos down the toilet instead of drugs when the feds knocked on the door.
I hadn't heard that.
I did not make that meme. I saw that meme. Just quote.
That's a funny meme.
But if the world throws you a Jeffrey, stroke the furry walls. That's what I was told.
I hope they catch him. I hope he goes to jail, and I hope they fucking rape him every day for the rest of his life.
And on that note, I guess houses is gonna be our mock draft. We're doing a mock draft of houses because his house was searched. That's not the house that we decided mock drafts on. We decided because it's Roadhouse. Roadhouse is back. That's our final
Roadhouse.
comeback kid this week. And that is a house that I guess did sort of get rated by Conor McGregor or Knox. Now, I did not watch the first Roadhouse ever. I didn't watch the Patrick Swayze Roadhouse. Did not. I've read the book. Robert
I'm so
also,
fucking angry at you right now.
Robert also did not watch the first one with Patrick Swayze,
How-
but he has read the book. And now Robert and I have both read the book for the new movie, Roadhouse. And by reading the book, I mean, if you want to save yourself some time, read the Wikipedia synopsis of any movie, tell everybody you read the book, you seem smarter, and you didn't have to waste however long they wasted watching a movie. So I read the book this morning, and I got all I needed in about 10 minutes or less. Robert, what'd you think of the movie? I mean, honestly, like I thought this Knox character played by Conor McGregor was a real pain in the ass. Real pain in the ass, kind of a show off, very cartoonish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every time he's on screen, I just waiting
I mean,
until
on
he
the
wasn't.
on the page, you mean?
Yeah, on the page. Every time he's on the page, I was just like, go to the next one. I don't want to. He doesn't deserve to be on the page right now.
Now, Pat, you saw the movie, correct?
Yes, I did, but I'm not sure I want to talk to anybody that's never seen the original Roadhouse.
Well, no, hear me out because I'd like to explain to you what the book basically laid out and just tell me how
we'll get to that
in tune
after.
with the movie.
Yeah, you guys tell me what you think happened, and I'll fill in the gaps.
Okay, so it
or
seems like
tell you how true you are without spoiling anything for the people.
So there's some spoiler alerts, and obviously the book's better than the movie. Book's better than the movie. Robert and I read the book, so just
Maybe some good point. Spoiler
so
for it because you are going to do that. So you guys
fast forward a second. So Dalton is the name of Jake Gyllenhaal's character. Dalton, obviously, he wasn't Jake Gyllenhaal in the book. He was just Dalton. But Dalton gets in a fight with, I think, a motorcycle gang. Movie starts the fight. Fight doesn't go great for Dalton. He meets up with this chick. She nurses him back. Dalton's a fighter, though. And eventually, Dalton gets himself in another fight. And then there becomes a whole other storyline. And then Conor McGregor comes in there. I mean, Conor McGregor is the guy that Knox is played by. But Knox goes and he's kind of an asshole. And then he gets into a fight with Dalton. And then they have beef with this other crew and they go away and then somebody's kidnapped. And then Dalton, believe it or not, has to be the one to save day. So guess what happens? Another fight breaks out. More fighting happens. Then there's a whole double switch. There's a whole switcheroo like, hey, nobody was really kidnapped, but actually, I'm here to fight you. And then he's got to fight Conor McGregor, or Knox, excuse me. And at the very end of it, we think Knox is dead. But at the end scene, the end credit scene in the book, they showed that Conor McGregor's, Knox is there and he's still alive. And he runs out of the hospital like the Joker did. Did I nail it?
And that's one way to break it down. I would say I do highly recommend you watch it because as ridiculous as Conor McGregor sounds on the page, it's so much worse in the actual movie, which makes it better. Like I don't know if this will be Conor McGregor's last acting role, but it should be because he was so ridiculously cartoonishly over the top. It was one of my favorite acting performances I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. I just want to tell you a couple of his lines in the movie were so great that I had to pause the movie because I was laughing so fucking hard. When he first shows up, because he gets called in as backup because the main bad guys aren't getting the job done. So they call him in and they're just hanging out at like a beach house. That's like the bad guy's home base. It's like the main bad guy's dad's.
It's a beach house.
No. They're trying to get to the Roadhouse. But they're all just like hanging out around a pool. And McGregor, and by the way, every time he walks in, he does that super swole guy at the gym thing where he just bows his elbows out.
Like a bed bug?
Yeah. And he just, in every fucking scene. So he shows up and he's just basically wearing shorts and an open like Hawaiian shirt in every scene. And he just strolls into this middle of this party of bad guys. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? With his like ridiculous accent.
Is he Irish in the movie? Like,
Yes.
is that a
Oh,
part
yeah,
of his
no,
character?
Trust me, there's no way he could pull off not doing like the
Well, no, I
accent.
didn't
Like
know if,
doing an
like, they were
American
like-
accent, he can't do it.
By the way, we're just gonna have him chat and just not gonna address these also Irish. Or like his character, is it like
No, he's
an
like
Irish
a
dude?
almost like a mercenary type guy that comes in to help. But he walks in, he's like, "Oh yes, sandwiches," because there's like little fucking finger sandwiches on the table, and like picks one up and starts eating. They're like, "What the fuck are you doing? Well, do you have a problem?" He's like, "We do have a problem. We're gonna need more sandwiches." And you're just like, "What the fuck is happening on this screen right now?"
Is he Shrek?
I mean, that's the best Irish I can do right now.
Is he
But like,
straight in?
hold on, close your eyes and listen to Conor McGregor at some point. You might not be able to tell the difference between Shrek. I know
Somebody
Shrek was
please do
Scottish.
that. Just voice
but, like-
put Conor McGregor voiceovers to Shrek.
McGregor's Irish is just ridiculous. So then later on, when him and Jake Gyllenhaal are fighting, he slams Gyllenhaal's face into a piano, and Gyllenhaal says like, "This piano sounds out of tune," and he goes, "Sounds pretty good to me." It's just the dumbest fucking writing, and it's even worse coming out of his fucking mouth because he does have the most ridiculous accent of all time. I watched it last night. I'm gonna watch it again tonight. It's instantly one of my favorite movies I've seen in probably the last 10 years. Because like the rest of the movie, it's just him that's a fucking cartoon character. The rest of them are legitimate actors doing real shit, but it's just such an over-the-top, ridiculous fucking movie. It's perfect. Like if you told me this movie took place in the Fast and the Furious franchise universe, I'd be
That's
like,
what
that
I
makes
got
sense.
out of it. Yeah, it's like, is Dom Toretto gonna hop in your car at any point in time?
Like there's no ridiculous like
welcome to
car
the family.
jumps or like breaks from physics, but just the writing seems like this would work in Fast and the
There's break
Furious.
from writing, probably.
It's just absolutely phenomenal.
can't
I
wait for the
was-
second
I
one,
was as
'cause
big
it's
of a
obviously a
skeptic-
sequel.
I
It's obviously
fucking
gonna
want
be a
them to.
sequel.
When this movie was announced, I was like, no, you cannot. But they don't try and like remake the original. So like, okay, we're taking the names, but like we're changing the plot, we're changing the location, all this stuff. So, but like it works as its own movie. I'm so happy they made this movie now. I don't know the last time I was this anti a movie when I heard about it. To just
Schindler's List.
being in love with the movie. I had no problem with Schindler's List being made.
List. He loves Schindler's List.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite comedies of all time. What?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
I mean, fuck. It was. I mean, people when people saw Liam Neeson in Ted 2, in that little scene, like, wow, we didn't know he had comedy chops. I was like, Schindler's List, guys. He proved it years ago. He just went the serious route for a while. But yeah, I go watch it. I know Robert won't because Robert doesn't.
Well, he
watch
read the
movies.
book. He read the book too.
Alex, you're gonna absolutely you're gonna watch this and be like, Conor McGregor could have been in The Room. The movie The Room.
Emma's gonna be out of town this weekend, so I'm looking forward to watching it.
It's such a just dude movie.
Yeah,
if you
I
just-
just watch it
just a
shirtless.
I will say the one thing that the original had over this one,
With
many
steak.
things, was the love interest got naked in the original, and that was dope because she was super fucking hot.
Oh, but there are tits in the book.
No, like in the book, they actually they drew some titties.
Yeah, there was like a whole picture section of just tits. Like in here, in the middle of the book, here's some tits. Thanks for reading.
It's based in Florida. You'd think they would have thrown some titties in the movie at some point. They just didn't.
I think you have to have tassels in Florida. Probably not allowed to be completely.
If they're at a strip club.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Roadhouse is the strip club, though, right?
I'd give that movie a grading it on a scale of like campy fucking just joke movies. I'd give it a 5 out of 5.
5 ladles. All right.
It's fucking great. Now just judging it on like how great, like 3.5. But it's so much goddamn. It's such a perfect movie for dudes. So we're just gonna watch fights and ridiculous fights.
Well, Roadhouse. It's on Amazon, I think. No free ads. Bleep that part, Robert. But I think it's on.
And
Amazon.
where the original one also is, so you need to watch that one first. The original's fucking great, bro. Patrick Swayze,
the dancer.
Yeah, a fighter and dancer, and he's a
it all.
ghost. Patrick Swayze, dude. Like, are you just one of those
Triple
dudes
threat.
that just doesn't love
The
Patrick
triple
Swayze?
threat.
I thought all dudes love Patrick Swayze.
No, but I know how much people like Patrick Swayze, so I like to say that you don't like Patrick Swayze because then that gets like you to get mad, and that's the emotion I'm trying to
No.
evoke.
It's not that. I know that you're fucking with me saying that. I'm just saying, how the fuck have you never watched Roadhouse in your life? Like, did your dad not love you?
I got to a point where I was like, I haven't seen it yet.
Like, how did you never just watch it on TV? I watched it on TV so many times as a kid. Roadhouse is on, we're fucking watching it.
Yeah, not me. Not me. It's not how I roll, bro.
fucking L's in the chat for Alex being
I
a
was watching
non-Roadhouse
sports, dude.
guy.
I was watching sports. Excuse
Dude,
me.
Sam Elliott's in it too. He's basically he's like a fighter. He's a warrior monk, is really what it is, which is like the greatest archetype you could be in all of literature and movies.
Dancing warrior monk.
Yeah, that's the monk part of it. He finds peace in the dance.
Okay.
He dances a little bit in Roadhouse too, I think. Yeah, they do some slow dancing.
Well, because Roadhouse was talked about, and then because of the Diddy house raid, but mostly because of Roadhouse, we are going to do a mock draft of houses this week. I believe it's week 6 of 10 in mock draft season. Let's recap that after this, though. Let's tell you guys about the Pasta Gravy merch store. We already kind of talked about it a little bit. It's almost April Fool's, but it is April Fool's somewhere every day, every single day. It is April Fool's. Right now, as we're talking to you, it's April Fool's somewhere. Here, maybe not. Somewhere in the world, it's April Fool's, all right? And we got to live like that. That's the best mentality to live with. Just live like it's April Fool's somewhere, and you can use the April Fool's jokes whenever you want, and then you can just write anything off like, hey, it's cool. It's April Fool's somewhere, man. Don't worry about it. That's the way to live life. You can also go get all of our PTG dad hats. We got some brand new dad hats that are there. They're fucking awesome. I know Mikey is rocking the orange and tie-dye one that we got. We also have a black and tie-dye one, a blue tie-dye hat with the black logo on it, and then we have the orange hat, the orange logo on it. We have a new PTG dad hat that has the logo and it says Pasta Gravy Podcast on it. We have the PTG Icy shirt, the Ja, the PTG MTV one. And I gotta give you guys the shout out again for the shorts. The shorts are the game changer, man. They're like sweatpants, but they're shorts. They're awesome. They feel like they're heavier than regular shorts, but they're not. Like, you're not gonna sweat in them in the summer, so they're perfect for just throwing on at the beach, just wearing around the house. They're awesome. And Mikey P was hitting us up saying he loves them because they have a back pocket on them. So go check it out, passthegravymerch.com. We also got sticker packs too. Go get you some t-shirts, hats, stickers, whatever you want, passthegravymerch.com. That's the way you go. That's the place to get it. Passthegravymerch.com. Take a picture of it, send it to us. We're at passthegravypod. Use the hashtag, or no, you don't have to use any hashtags for this. Just take a picture of it, send it to us at passthegravypod. Let us know you're supporting the podcast. And again, we don't ask for money from you guys. We don't ask for anything to be put behind a paywall. This is 100% of the way that you can support the podcast. You supporting our sponsors and buying some merch. And this is a way that you can support the podcast, help us keep Robert around, and you get some cool shit that you get to wear around. And maybe you can end up on the Houston Sabercats social accounts like Mikey P and Joe and Sergio and Ashley. So just saying, passthegravymerch.com. You get some sick swag right there. Passthegravymerch.com. And also make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, Pasta Gravy Podcast on YouTube. Just search Pasta Gravy Podcast, hit subscribe. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you. But also make sure you hit and play and that you're subscribed to us on the audio version as well. Give us those double dips. We want double dips, everybody. And then if you're bothered by the sun in the background of Pat's camera, just let him know. I love that that's kind of a thing we're doing now. And if you go ja through all of it, that's the first 3 comments every single week is just, God damn it, Pat, the sun. And it's like, Robert will have just posted the video. So it's like, there's no chance they've even made it that far. I guess if you listen to the audio version and then the video version comes out, you could skip to the part you're at. So maybe. I don't know, but I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best, and we love you guys. Passthegravymerch.com. Let's get to the mock draft season, or mock draft of this week, the mock draft of houses. And we are in mock draft week 6 of 10. It's kind of a 2-horse race, it seems like, at this point. Not to shit on anybody, but last week's results on our mock draft of Mad. Robert had 48% of the vote to win it again. I had 39% of the vote in second place, and Pat was in last place with 13% of the vote. So this season, Robert has 3 wins on the season. I have 2, and Pat has none. I guess Robert could No, you gotta win 2 more, I think, to officially clinch it. But yeah, Robert could kind of start to put it away here with another win this week. We draft in reverse order of the finish from the previous week, and we do a snake draft. So it will go Pat, me, Robert, Robert, me, Pat, Pat, me, Robert, Robert, me, Pat. That is how we will do our draft this week. The mock draft of houses, anything that is a house or has house in the name, is up for grabs. Pat, 1-1 in the mock draft of houses. What you going with?
Let's go, Pat. Let's
All
go.
right, man. Give
You
me
can
a
do it.
second. Jesus.
No, I mean, like, I believe in you. You got this.
Dude, I
You
said
got
this
this.
weeks ago. I am not. You guys try and pick the best things that's going to make you win. I pick what just the best things are. So you know what? The greatest house of all time. I'm taking Smart House. Every single one of us wanted that house as a child. Oh, you don't want to
Not
clean up?
really.
Knock shit on the ground and it just fucking vacuums into the carpet. Smart House,
Oh,
greatest house
it
of all
also
time.
traps you in the house too, Pat.
That's okay. I like domineering women. I would have been fine with that. Also, house's name was Pat. She was the AI in the house. I think.
Yeah, it's Smart House terrified me. It was on my
Smart
list,
House
but
terrified you?
yeah, it trapped him in the house. I don't want that. A house that would, it's exactly what we warned everybody about AI. It just turns
Bro,
on you, and it did.
It also had a great song. House, house, the house is jumping. I want to
Yeah,
learn how
that's
to do
they
a
get
cool little
you.
dance for my
That's how they
house.
get you, dude.
My house can
Smart
teach me how
House,
to dance.
1-1. That's fine. You can go Smart House 1-1. I'm gonna go the house from Home Alone, the Home Alone house. Who didn't want that?
I had
house?
that on there too. I don't know. I never really wanted the house.
I
I
wanted
was just
that
like, that's
house.
cool. I wanted the attic. The rest of the house, I don't give a shit about.
Home Alone house, baby. 1-1 on my list.
All right, I already have a question here. Can I go all of them, or do I have to pick a specific one? The Harry Potter houses.
No, you got to pick a specific one because
I
that
kinda
would be
like that
house
too.
is.
Yeah.
All right,
The
I'll
hog-
pick.
Yeah.
All right, I'll pick Gryffindor house then.
Good
You're
pick.
such a fucking Ravenclaw.
No, that's a solid pick.
I mean, if I was going to pick one of those, I would go Slytherin.
That would be
but
funny
okay.
if that's all he picked, though. But
that,
number 2,
that
take
would
Slytherin.
that would be a strategy, dude. That would be a strategy.
It might give you a shot, Pat. But I think for number 2, I'm gonna go with Mojo Dojo Casa House.
From
That's from Barbie. That's what Ken calls his
Oh.
house. He calls it the Mojo Dojo Casa House.
Oh, you know that movie reference. Okay.
And you don't.
all right, I did not
Wow,
have
Pat.
that on my list.
I thought Mojo Dojo was like, I thought he was one of the bad guys from Powder Puff Girls. I was like, I don't even remember his house.
I'm
that
gonna
was
White
Mojo
House.
Jojo. The White, ooh,
I-
really?
I can't
You
believe
support
that's
that?
been us support the United States of America. It's a fucking cool house. I was in a Disney movie too. Fuck you. First kid.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the most that's the first house I thought of.
All right.
Right, you got 2 here.
All right. I'm going to go the House of Blues. Who doesn't love fucking music? House of Blues is an awesome venue. And then I will take one of my favorite terms for being drunk, shithoused.
Being shithoused.
Yeah,
Or-
being shithoused, that's fine. I mean, I love being drunk. I was just going to say shithoused. But yeah, being shithoused, I think that's probably a better way to put it. Shithoused,
Alright.
yeah, being shithoused.
That's good. That's a good one. Fuck. This is a tough spot to be in. I am gonna go with a houseboat because it's a house on a boat. Like 2 things in one thing.
All right, Shane Falco.
That's pretty sick. Shane Falco was a badass. So
Yeah, houseboats are dope as shit.
houseboats.
All right.
Also,
these are-
Roadhouse. You'll know when you see it.
Yeah, houseboat. I mean, yeah, I read the
Yeah.
book, dude.
All right. So my last 2. I'm going local. I'm going whose house? Coog's house.
All right.
All right.
And last, I'll go House,
The TV show?
the TV show.
Yeah, I had it on there too.
All right. Solid.
Great character.
Hmm. What if I go? How about two that I gotta try to pick a two? I'm just gonna go with house money because when you're playing with house money, that's like you're up.
Ooh, that's a good one.
When you're
Might be a little
up
niche
playing
for
with
the
house
gamblers,
money.
but I think that's probably how you should put playing with house money. Or
Yeah,
you know,
it's
however
money
you
you've
want.
already won. So even if you lose it, it's not like you're losing money. It's free money.
Yeah.
It's that Shohei influence on you.
That is, yeah. That's why because Shohei's gonna vote for me. That's really
Yeah.
the vote I'm trying to get. The Japanese vote. Right, last one, Pat.
All right, I'm gonna take. This could have also been 1-1. I'm gonna take Roadhouse.
Patrick Swayze one.
Yeah, I mean, I assumed I'd have to take one. Yeah, it's the original Roadhouse. I'm taking Roadhouse as the last pick of the draft. That's fucking crazy.
Oh shit, yeah.
But also,
picked...
I didn't even think about doing that until after my third pick. I was like, oh shit, Roadhouse is still out there.
Oops. All right, so
We're
let's quickly
fucking dumb.
recap, and then we'll get into the honorable mentions. But to recap our mock draft of houses, Pat has Smart House, the Disney. I'm gonna put Smart House, the Disney movie.
Just put Smart House because
Right,
if
I'm
people
just
don't know what it
marking
is,
it.
they're not gonna.
So I can put the
Well, I'm not
graphic
necessarily
to go with
taking
it.
the movie. I was taking the house.
I'm gonna put the graphic.
Whatever you gotta do. Whatever.
So
Fucking asterisk.
Pat has Smart House, House of Blues, Being Shithouse, and Roadhouse, the original. I have the Home Alone house, the White House, Houseboats, and Playing with House Money. Robert has Gryffindor, the Mojo Dojo Casa house, Ken's house from Barbie, Whose House, Coog's house, and House, the TV show. Let's get to honorable mentions because an ice house should have been my last pick. It's just a bar.
Oh damn! I didn't even think about that. That's
I
a
didn't think
fucking
about
great
that
pick.
either.
Ice House is great. Also, Roadhouse the sequel or not sequel, the new one. Just go ahead
Roadhouse
and
the
throw
book.
that. House of the Rising Sun. I had on there too. Fucking one of the greatest songs of all time.
Would the Earth have been an acceptable one because it's like everyone's house?
No.
No.
That's
I was gonna go with that because I was like, all the houses are in that house.
this was actually gonna be my fourth pick until I thought of Roadhouse. Is just saying to the house or house call when somebody gets a pick six or like a long touchdown.
House
To the
up.
house.
I'm surprised you didn't go with Casa Bonita.
Damn.
It's a good one.
I had
House
Casa
that-
Olay
that.
also.
Casa Olay, yeah.
I had the house that Ruth built, Full House, House of Cards, the TV show, or the House of
TV show,
Cards.
yeah.
We would have made you pick.
I had a house that Ruth built too because you could just be like Yankee Stadium. That's fucking.
Yeah, how
that's
did
the
you not take
coolest.
that? You're a Yankee fan. How did you not take that?
That's just I don't know.
Because you're pandering and you know people won't vote for it. Fucking loser.
Oh.
Brick House, just as a saying, or the
song, Burning Down the House from Talking Heads.
House of Pain, the band that sang Jump Around.
Yeah, I didn't do it. Graceland.
I had
And
Treehouse of Horror, the
ooh, that's good.
Simpsons Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
The house from Blank Check. That was probably the
Ooh, that
coolest
was a
house
cool
of all time.
house.
Yeah.
What
He had
about
go-karts and a slide?
What about those house divided flags?
INMUT house divided.
Well, believe it or not, we lived together, but we went to different universities.
You think they do that in other places around the world?
Yes, I know they do
Like
because I've seen them sold.
Like an Israeli guy and a Palestinian woman got married and they've got a house divided.
That would be funny. I told you guys about the guy that has the half Ukraine, half USA flag in my apartments, but that's not really like we're rivals.
No, we're propping them up.
Yeah.
We're boys.
That would be funny to get like a half Israeli, half Palestinian flag. Can you make those? I'm gonna order one.
Ooh, house dressing, house salad. How did I not think of those until right now? House margarita.
Oh, they make them. Fuck yeah, they're only $40.
Wait, what one are you buying right now?
The half Israel, half Palestine one. Because like, go to a protest and
Oh.
like fly that, and then like, what do people do?
I don't know where else to fit this into the
Both
podcast, and I
sides.
just remembered it, so I'm going to tell you right now. My friend in the group chat actually, and I swear to God, this is not him making a joke. His brain does not work this way. He texted us the other day and goes, guys, I just realized that the entire time I've been thinking that Palestine was Pakistan. He thought Israel was fighting Pakistan this entire fucking time.
Was he like super on either side?
No.
Okay, then he's fine. As long as he wasn't like
he just
taking up
didn't
arms
know
for
the
one of them,
difference
like
between Palestine and Pakistan. He thought they were the same people.
because the people that like email us in the morning show, they're like, "How come you're not talking about this? We need to call for a ceasefire." I'm like, dude, this ain't the right show to hit that up about. Like, we
First
don't
of all,
talk about either side.
Yeah, and if you're one of the people that thinks calling for a ceasefire is going to do anything, you need to wear a helmet.
Look, I just added to my cart a half flag for each of them, so I'm an ally on both sides.
Hey, you know what? I call for Russia to ceasefire with Ukraine. See how much that helps.
Yeah, we like that too. I think I don't know, but I'm fucking
Also,
stoked
I
for this
hate to
flag
do this.
to get
Shout out Russia for beating the shit out of terrorists. That was dope.
What?
Did you not hear about the Russian terrorist attack where the ISIS, I think it was, killed like 120 Russians in a theater?
I saw that.
Yeah, well, they caught the 4 guys. One of the dudes they cut, and this is all on video. You can find it online. They cut off the dude's ear and then made him eat it. And then they just beat the liver. One of the other dudes they connected his nuts to a car battery and were electrocuting him that way. Now, like, of course, torture is not a good thing and we shouldn't support it.
Right.
But if you are a terrorist and torture happens to you, I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah. I got dark.
How the fuck did you not hear about it? That was all yesterday.
I heard about the terrorist attack. I didn't know all the stuff they did.
Oh, yeah, that was all yesterday's news. It's already passed.
I also had, as honorable mentions, I had tents. That's just that's a cool house. There's a lot of House of Pies. Being the man of the house.
House of Pies. Or just the movie Man of the House.
Yeah.
With Tim Allen.
A guest house was a cool thing. I mean, I never knew anybody that had a guest house, but hearing the term guest house just makes it seem like you're rich.
A beer house when it's spelled Haus.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of solid options. Beach house means you're on vacation.
Oh, yeah. Or lake house.
But that's why I thought houseboat is both. Covers all bases.
Houseboats are so fucking cool. I've always wanted one. But then you gotta live on the water.
Isn't any boat a houseboat?
No. Speedboats, not like, yeah, you can like sleep on it, but like it's open. There's nowhere for you to shelter. There's no shelter.
Yeah, it's just a
so speedboat, I would say, is not a houseboat.
I mean, it's like you could just rank it, all boats are houseboats, just not good.
You got to do this with everything, man.
Like bass fishing boats where it's just like the carpet top, like that's not a great houseboat. It could be. You just be sleeping outside.
I hate you so much sometimes.
What is that, Pat?
What?
Yeah, what is that?
Vibrator.
Do you have a drill?
Oh fuck! I see with my headphones on. I can't even. I've got this goddamn start. You know, we're gonna put it over here where I can't play with. See, this is what happens when you don't treat your ADD for 15 years, kids. I love that this whole time of this podcast that's been going on because I can't hear it in my headphones. I don't hear myself in my headphones, so I don't fucking hear it going on.
Like, does he have a vibrator down there? What's he doing?
I mean, you know, don't judge. What are you gonna do?
All right, solid. Our mock draft of houses. I am still going. I know we're putting the episode out early. I'm still gonna put the mock draft graphic up on Thursday because I know sometimes people like they're just because we posted early doesn't mean that their listening schedule changes. So Thursday, 3:00. That's when you'll be able to vote until about Friday at 5. So start paying attention, and then you'll have about 24 hours, a little over that, to vote starting on Thursday. And then we only got a couple more weeks. Got 1 month left of mock draft season, and then we'll be done with it. All right. Let's move on to the not cool segment. A lot of things in life might make you say, hey, man, that's not cool. But this is the podcast that we do, and we like to bitch about those things. So all we want you to do is weigh in and bitch with us. Like, this is a vent session. So if you have something that makes you say, "Hey man, that's not cool," if you get if you get run over by a truck, that's not cool. If maybe your translator stole $4.5 million from your account and says that it was to pay off gambling debt, but you were actually paying off your gambling debt, maybe that's not cool. You can use all of those, but use the hashtag PTG not cool to @PassTheGravyPod. That's how we'll search for them and pick a couple of the ones that you listeners and viewers send in each week. Let's start with, or let's play the intro for it.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right, let's start off with Mikey P @It's Just Mikey P on Twitter. Mikey P says his not cool is sneezing and biting your tongue. Yeah, that's a bad one.
That's new. I've somehow never done that in my life. I feel like I should have at this point.
I've bit my tongue, definitely. I don't know if it's ever been while sneezing, but yeah, it's involuntary. That sucks.
Yeah, that fucking blows, dude. I'm sorry that happened to you, man.
Anytime you bite your tongue, and it's like, did I bite it off? And you gotta like feel if it's there.
And then
You're
you
like,
can't
maybe
just
I'll-
stop fucking with it.
Yeah, and then it just makes it worse. Yeah, that sucks. T's and P's. And then it like fucks your taste buds for like a 2-day period. So everything kind of sometimes tastes weird.
You're just like, am I still tasting blood?
Yeah, this is just blood, or is this chicken that I made? No, is it bloody chicken? No, it's just blood.
Did I put a
Everything
lot of
tastes like
zinc
blood.
in this chicken?
Yeah. T's and P's, dude. That sucks a lot, man. Texas Cat Daddy weighs in with his not cool. Texas Cat Daddy, also known as Brandon Davis. He's @A Stream of Cream on Twitter. And Brandon says, I just got a new dishwasher recently, and now it won't dry the dishes. I know maintenance will fix it eventually, but now I got to do it myself like a peasant. I hate that shit when it happens. Sometimes, do you ever like wash the dishes, or you throw them in there, and then like just the crap that's in the dishwasher, like in the water, will land on top of it? You're going to get a bowl out, and it's just got like gunk on it. And you're like, throw
Mhm.
that right back in the sink. This ain't clean. When it's
We
all
are
your
at the
dishes,
time.
that's the worst.
We've advanced enough where every dishwasher should work perfectly 100% of the time.
How does it not?
It's 2024. And I get
Like,
it.
you
A lot of
do
time you have an
3
old
things.
dishwasher.
Spin water on it, dry, done.
Which maybe new ones do now. We just don't have new ones. I will say this. My dad got a new one last time I was up there, and I helped him put it in. You know, they just make them out of plastic now, which is awesome
Yeah.
because they weigh like 8 pounds.
Yeah.
That's so fucking cool.
I was helping my dad move ours too when they got one a couple years ago, and it was the very same. We were like, oh, this is easy.
Maybe these work.
Maybe. Well, the apartments aren't giving us the good kind, I'm sure. They're just like,
No,
yeah,
they're not going to
these,
pay for
take these.
400 of those.
I get that. But yeah, dude, that
but
does
yeah,
suck
that
when
sucks.
you
Having
got to
hand
do
wash
it.
dishes blows.
Yeah, having to hand wash it. And my wife always like makes it known that like you're not really cleaning the dishes. She's like, well, they're not hot enough. The water's not hot enough when you clean them. I'm like, well, then what am I doing here then? What's the point of this?
Want me to boil water and then use that to clean dishes? You're out of your
I don't
mind.
know.
Or unless you want me to boil water and then just dip it in there, and that you're saying that's good enough. Like wash it with soap and then do that. That's actually not a bad idea.
That's why I don't do dishes.
But then you're dipping it in boiling water. You're gonna burn yourself.
Yep. Not a fan of burning myself.
Yeah.
Not a fan at all. T's and P's, Brandon. That does suck, dude.
Mhm.
Alexis Garcia is @AlexisTexas_ on Twitter. And Alexis says her not cool is sitting next to a wailing kid for hours on an overnight flight, only to arrive at midnight and the airline sends your luggage to the wrong city. That's just a clusterfuck right there.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah. Our thoughts and
I'm so
prayers.
sorry that happened to you. That sucks.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know,
Just
you
kids on planes.
Somebody needs to give you a hug. That was awful. Nobody should have to have both of those things happen.
Fucking kids.
That's one of the biggest fears I have having a kid. I'm like, what if she's gonna cry on a plane? What do you? Because you can't do
Just
anything.
don't take her on a plane.
But you can't do anything if they start. You're like, what do I do? I'm sorry.
Yeah, just don't take it
Can
on
I
a
cover
plane.
their mouth? Now they're still crying. I don't know what to do. And then you look like a bad parent if you're covering their mouth. And it's like, it's a whole thing.
I mean, all of your family pretty much lives driving distance, though, right?
Yeah, no, I don't think we will be flying for a very long time, but I would imagine
Yeah.
at some point. Yeah,
Yeah,
fly
I
over
mean,
there.
you don't fly until they're old enough for you to give them gum. You just
That's
give them
fair.
gum. That's why they're crying. Their ears are popping and they don't understand what's
They
happening.
don't have gum. They don't have gum. Yeah.
Yeah.
The T's and P's, Alexis. That sucks. All right, last one from you guys and gals. It's Danielle Weston. She's at Danny_Weston on Twitter. And she says her not cool is when they make the self-checkout 10 items or less, but only have one checkout cashier for everyone else. Get it together. I do not understand that. And then that also ruins the 10 items or less thing. Because I've run into that a couple of times where it's like if there's 3 people that are checking people out, the 10 items or less thing, like I understand like its purpose, but you kind of just gotta be like, yeah, this guy's just gonna get in here when he's got a full cart. I can't get mad that like there's only 3 registers open, you know?
Yeah, I mean, 10 items is great. At minimum, it should be 15. But I think they really all should be like 20. The problem is, like you said, when people they go into that lane, just
Yeah,
check
Billy,
it out,
they
and
don't
they've got
even
a
look at
full
it.
cart.
People
like-
don't even look at it, man. And like that used to bug the fuck out of me when I would be a checker and a bagger at the grocery store where you're like, dude, like, did you see it? And a lot of times I don't think they do see it and they just aren't paying attention. But like
Yeah,
if you see
I've
it
done
and you're
it.
still just like, I'm going. And then sometimes when you're like waiting in a line, they're like, hey, you can go to this one right now. I'm like, no. That says 10 items or less. I have more. They're like, it's fine. Like, what's the point of having sign?
I think there has been once, maybe twice, where I saw it was 10 items, and I was like, I'm fucking doing it anyway. Just because, like you said, there's just like one person open, and I'm like, I know I'm gonna get through this way. There was one like a couple months ago where I think it was 15, and I didn't even look or realize that I had more than that. I mean, anytime it's ever happened, I've got like 1, maybe 2 more things, and they just have to come over and like click the button real quick. But I was like, I was genuinely surprised by it last month.
The hack is like you have to just like start counting in front, and they're like, yeah, you're good. Come on. And
Oh
they'll
no, I
like,
just started
show you.
scanning, and then it was like all of a sudden it was like, oh, over amount of items, and I looked up, I was like, oh shit, really? I just didn't even realize. And they just come over,
Oh,
they're
it
like, no
maxed you
problem.
out. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
and they were
I
just
didn't
like,
know that
click.
it maxes you out.
Yeah,
I've told it on this
it's-
podcast before where I was checking out and I had a 6-pack of beer, and the lady behind me like tapped me on the shoulder and told me that I had too many items, and I was like, no, we don't.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
nuts.
this, and she was
It's
like,
one
no,
scan.
those count as 6. I was like, no, it doesn't. And I just kind of like smiled. I was like, what?
Here's what
And like I was really like this, I'm on one of those like they're gonna give me cash for dealing with this lady. This lady's gonna give me a hassle, and then I'm gonna leave. And somebody's like, hey, you dealt with her really well. You didn't blow up. And I'm like, where's the fucking money? And no, I just like, I'm just gonna put this here and not talk to you, lady.
it's crazy too, because I don't think I can't remember the last time I was ever anywhere where every lane was open. They're not
Yeah.
ever all open. So what they
This
really should do is
economy?
have the 15 items or less right there, and then have 1, maybe even 2 more lanes on either side of that is like however many items as you want. You want a full cart, you want to check yourself out, fucking go for it. Because I'd be like, I'm probably still going to scan myself out faster than the person behind the thing.
But see that the 10 items or less, that's just them trying to get you to do the self-checkout, and I don't want to work for them. So that is why I refuse to do
Oh
the
no,
self-checkout.
I'm the exact opposite. I will use self checkout at any given opportunity because I'm going to get in and out faster that way.
If I'm buying like one thing, I will. But if I got more than that, it's like, no, you bag my shit.
And I don't want them to be like, do you want to donate to me? No, I fucking don't. Which, by the way, guys, never donate. Never donate, because the company is already committed to spend X amount of money, and then they're allowed to just pay less. Yeah, they're just like, they say we're going to give 500,000. People donate 200,000. They only have to give 3. That's all it is. The company's already done it. Don't donate money.
PassAwayMerch.com. Go donate what you would have donated to PassAwayMerch.com.
Yeah.
Bobby Jokes Fund. It's his birthday.
Yeah, the vasectomy fund.
There you go. Yeah, you should just rename it the Vasectomy Fund. That'd be funny.
It like it works for everything. You know, one month is the vasectomy. 1 month, who knows? It's like a helicopter.
Asstat.
Astat Fund.
Tattoo. Yeah, there we go.
We gotta get on the tattoos, Pat. By the way.
Yep. I was thinking about that
Gotta
earlier.
get on that. All right. I guess that was it. That was Danny's not cool, and that was all of you guys and gals, listeners submitted not cools. I can start first because mine's not really that crazy of one, but my pharmacy not having my prescription for Adderall, it's been a month and it sucks. And I'm now like rationing them out. And
Can
I
you
don't
not
like
just
it.
go to a different pharmacy?
A lot of them, like the ones in my area, don't have it.
Do it, but like you just can't go to a different
I don't
Walgreens.
want to have to drive like fucking an hour away. I'm gonna do that.
Well,
shit.
you're running out of your fucking scripts of
Yeah.
drugs, dude.
I'm gonna have to get to that point.
I mean, there's literally like 9 Walgreens in every 5 square miles, or CVS. They're
Yeah, it
fucking
sucks still,
everywhere,
though.
man.
And they're like, well, we don't have it. I'm like, are you gonna get them next week? Like, it says we're supposed to. I'm like, are you gonna get? Oh, we didn't get it. Well, we're supposed to next week. Okay.
So
Yeah,
you've
we
got a
didn't get
month
it.
without your medication because you won't drive 5 extra minutes.
No, I've got it. I've just I've been like rationing it because
You
I
shouldn't have
haven't
to
got a
ration it.
refill.
You can also just drive 5 extra minutes to an extra or to a different pharmacy.
When was the last time you were to the doctor?
8 years ago, I have no
Okay.
problems. I don't need anything. You apparently fucking need this shit, and
Well, you don't
won't
know
drive
you need anything
5 extra. You know what? You're
because you
sounding
won't
like
go to find out.
right now. You're sounding like the person that circles the parking lot and backs up traffic for 25 fucking minutes because they don't want to park in the back. I
But you
just
know that's
have
not
to be close. Yeah, but you're doing that, but with your prescription. That's exactly
you know
what you're
that's
doing.
not me.
I know it's not, but you're doing that with your prescription. You won't drive 5 extra minutes to a different pharmacy.
No, I'm going to if I have to. I just haven't had to yet, and I'm just like
You're
like, there's the
rationing
whole
your
thing
drugs,
because then your
dude.
doctor calls it to the other place, and then that's where they send it all from. Then and you have to go to the other. It's a whole fucking thing, dude.
You're rationing.
Believe me, they can
prescription
fuck shit
drugs.
up, and it's like I have a
think-
whole system.
I think you have to now.
I think I'm okay right now, but it sucks and it's a pain in the ass. So that's not cool. What do you got?
My not cool is that my podcast co-host that I thought I fucking knew has never seen Roadhouse. That blew my goddamn mind. One of the
It
greatest
literally
action
has
movies of all time.
never come up until today, so it's never affected anything we've done.
Because
ever.
who hasn't fucking seen Roadhouse besides Robert?
I think a lot of people.
Everybody
Anybody listening to this, tell us if you have not seen Roadhouse and you're at this part. Not Pat Dion, haven't seen Roadhouse.
It's fucking Roadhouse.
Just say that. And even if
Every
you
dude
have
has seen
it,
Roadhouse.
Tell him you haven't seen it. So it makes him mad. And then tell him that the new Roadhouse is way better.
Oh my god! And then my other one is now I just gotta I gotta figure out a clever way when I see my mom this weekend to call something she's doing queer, just so I can fucking throw it back at her.
Yeah.
She's got to bring it full circle. She like serves dinner. I'm like, Mom, the way you did that was super queer. Hey, how do you like it, old lady? I don't know. I've had a pretty good week.
Yeah. All right. Pat, will you read this ad real fast before?
Are we just not gonna do Robert?
Didn't you go? Oh no, my bad, Robert. Sorry about that.
Fucking rude guy.
I guess mine is the host of this podcast. Just
Did I
skip me.
forget you're not cool?
Over the weekend I was grilling, and the charcoal that I normally get is like some instant light, whatever. But I was at HEB and I was like, oh, they have HEB brand one of instant light that's like $5 cheaper. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this. It's all the same thing. It wasn't. I had family already over, people already here, and I'm trying to desperately light this. I'm like throwing another paper, throwing other flammables.
That's the worst when you're
I
like grabbing whatever else lights.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Yeah, I don't have lighter fluid because it says instant light. So I'm like
Uh-huh.
trying. People already here. Everyone's already hungry. I'm like, I'll be right back. I gotta go. I'm gonna be gone in like 20 minutes. Gotta go back to the store. I got lighter fluid and I got the charcoal that I normally get. Because I'm like, I'm gonna try the lighter fluid first, and then we'll see. But just in case, I'm gonna have the other charcoal. I did the lighter fluid thing, still wouldn't light. I'm like, okay, this charcoal's bad. I don't know why. Charcoal's bad. Here, help me scoop all this charcoal out and replace it with a new one. And then like the other one, instant light, no problem. But just that hassle of
You
like,
tried to cheap out.
yeah, everyone's already here. I thought it'd be all the same. Instant light's instant light.
It's an extra one too, like when you're grilling and like it was at your place.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're manning the grill and then like you have any mishap. Like I had people over for a fight one time and I thought I had the grill on way lower than it was and I burned shit. And then it's like then you're the guy that's got to call a pizza. And
Mhm.
everybody's like, wow, what a fucking loser. This guy fucked up the grill. And like, just like Robert can't fucking light that. Like the panic that just kind of sets in. We're like, oh God, everybody's going to think I'm a bitch. They're all looking at me like, this guy was in charge of the one thing this guy was in charge of, huh? Gotta get it done.
Yeah, we drove all the way over here, and you can't get the grill lit.
We're ordering pizza.
Yeah.
I've got a grill confession. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing when it comes to the vent. The little vent that's on the side of the grill. I never know when I'm supposed to have it open, closed, whatever it is.
That is not a bad thing to confess because I feel like a lot of people,
Yeah.
like
Like,
I know that it cuts off the flow.
Intellectually, I understand that closing it will cut it off and it'll start to go down. But then also, I'm like, I don't think you're always supposed to let it breathe. I don't fucking know. I just kind of like move it back.
With a
and forth
charcoal grill,
constantly.
I always would just like leave it halfaway. That's always
Yeah.
what I would do. The one I had in college is like, and you're gonna stay half open, half closed, and we're never moving you. That's the way to do it.
People are gonna be like, how do you not know how to work a grill? I'm like, I don't fucking ever use them, man.
Also, tip, just buy a gas grill, and then I mean, people can call you a bitch all they want, but it's super awesome. Just be like, turned on, turned on, turned on, turned off.
I don't
done.
even own a grill, dude. I got a stove and an oven. That's plenty.
I guess your sister does all the cooking, huh?
Yeah, and when I cook, I fucking cook.
Yeah. you
Oh,
don't
I'm
have to
making
cook on a grill.
bratwurst. Oh, you don't grill them? No, I'm fucking doing it in a pan with a can of beer. I'm making beer
That's-
brats, baby.
That's the difference with like that I like about the gas, where like with a charcoal grill, you have to like heat it up, wait for it to get the coals hot, wait for the fire to die down enough. And then like if you miss that sweet spot, then it's like, damn it. Now it's gonna have to sit on for a long time, or we're gonna have to add stuff to it. The gas grill, it's like, I want to heat this chicken up. Cool. Close it, wait however long. I know exactly where it heats it up. We're good.
Plus,
Turn it off, not a lot of cleanup.
I'm an impatient person, so when the coals aren't ready in like 35 fucking seconds, I'm like, what's
I'm like,
taking so
go!
long?
Yeah, and then you want to throw it on right after, and it's like it's
That's
just gonna
when I
char
get
the
insecure.
fuck out of this.
I'm like, it's been 10 minutes and these coals still aren't catching and the vent is open. Am I supposed to close it right now? And that's when the confusion all starts. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is happening, man. I've built my pyramid, I've done all that shit. It's got lit, and then every time I go back to it, it's not lit anymore.
I remember my dad when I was
I'm
growing
also
up, was
always
like,
drunk when this is happening. So
he
I'm
always
sure
told
I'm
me on the
fucking stuff up.
charcoal, hold your hand above the grate, and when it burns your hand, to like hold it above the grate where you like can't hold your hand there. He's like, then you're good to go. And I'm like, I know that that's the one man hack that I've had, and I'm gonna use that every time. I'm like, yep, grill's good to go. Grill's good. It says the temperature right there. Yeah, I know it's good. It's just checking.
Then you start
Just
throwing
checking.
stuff on there, and you're like, "Fuck! I did not build this base wide enough." So like
Yeah,
the things are
and then you're
cooking
like, well,
way
everything's
faster
gonna
over the
be-
top and on the edges. You're
Everything's
just like
gonna be right
constantly
here.
rotating shit.
We're gonna do one burger patty at a time, everybody. Hang tight. Who wants hot dogs?
every fucking time.
But like once you use all the charcoal, like you can't go back. It's like you can't just add more charcoal unless you go back to the store, and then everybody knows you fucked up. So it's like the panic that Robert had to have, just like the subtle.
Also,
like, okay, it's gonna.
And there's that
get
dude moment when you're like, you don't want to throw all that charcoal on there, and then have somebody next to you go, "Dude, you don't need that much charcoal." I'm like, fuck! I just got outmanned.
No, I do. Yeah, I do. You just like question whatever. What are you talking? Yeah, you do.
Nah, dude, I got charcoal money. I'm not
This
worried
is my.
about it.
I know this grill. All right, I know this. Is
I'll
my
go
grill. I know
buy
this
more
grill.
charcoal. I'm not worried about wasting charcoal. Okay, I got money. Got that
Robert
charcoal
was-
money, baby.
Robert's really flexing about his charcoal. Jeez. I'm sorry. I tried to skip that. Not cool. I didn't mean to. That was best. Not
I'm
cool.
also pretty sure we skipped him on the Precome segment, but I just didn't say anything.
No, we
No, we
went to
talked
him.
about it.
Oh, you did? Okay. At the end of it, I was like, fuck, did we hit Robert?
Yeah, it was about our
Pat-
vasectomies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We were starting the vasectomy fund. Will you now read that ad while I go pee real fast, and then we can do our final segment of the week.
Yeah. This ad is for littlemshop.com. I don't know why I tried to go into a smooth radio voice right there. We all know that's not me. But littlemshop.com. Get your air fresheners. Guys, you fucking stink. We all stink. We're guys. We're stinky guys. Just don't be that stinky guy. Get your body odor under control, but you never realize the areas around you smell. Your car probably fucking stinks. We're dudes. We don't pay attention to shit. Say you leave a spitter in there for too long or whatever you're doing. Little M Shop air fresheners. Clean it right up, ladies. We got compacts. This is the one I'm trying to toy with right now. I've been kind of playing with it all episode. Custom keychains. I don't know what I want mine to say. Do I just get a regular PTG one? Do I go funny and just have a keychain that says boob? I think that would be great. Gravy. Maybe I can get a vasectomy one. I don't know if that'll fit on there. But whatever you want, get it on there. Okay, here's the thing. 10 characters or less. That's what I was looking up. That's why I'm having a little trouble with it. You want to be short, you want to be funny. But get that. We got stickers you can throw on the back of your laptop. Don't have a boring-ass laptop, guys. To be that guy, you pull out your laptop, you're nothing. I'm like, oh, this guy's got no fucking personality. I'm working with a wet blanket. No, put some fun shit on there. Same thing with your air fresheners. Don't use those fucking bitch-ass trees. You kill so many goddamn trees to make those. What was the number, Robert? Like, you kill 20 trees for every one air freshener they make for that?
I think it's
That's right.
22 now.
ridiculous.
22.
They're basically
This year they had to
eco-terrorists.
take out more
And
trees.
we don't support eco-terrorists.
Yep.
We support littlemshop.com, where you're going to get ethically sourced air fresheners. At the very least, they're not unethically sourced.
Exactly. And if you use our promo code PTG69, you're going to get 10% off your order. You're also going to get free shipping when you spend $10 or more. So free shipping and 10% off your order by just using promo code PTG69 at littlemshop.com. That's all you got to do. Get the Fresh to Death, the Miami Beach.
It's like infinity air
those scents.
fresheners.
They're the best.
My favorite is
They're
the rad.
best.
Not
The
just
rad
for the
is-
scent, but
yeah.
just it reminds me of Saved by the Bell, the coloring and everything on it. I love it. The 90s, baby.
Everything that the little stupid trees say that they do, Lil M really does, and it does it a bunch better. And I'm saying everything besides chop down a bunch of trees, because that's what the trees do. But go to littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com, and take a picture of your order, screenshot your order, and then tag us and at PassGradePod. Tag them that at Little EM tweets and at Little EM Shop on Instagram. Let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. littlemshop.com, the official sponsor of the Answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question. What's the question?
Any questions?
Right, the Answers segment is like your pre-cum segment. We had the pre-cum segment to throw any ideas and whatever we had. If you would like to try something out like that, hit us up at Pass Grade Pod. Use the hashtag PTG Answers to at Pass Grade Pod. If you got relationship advice you need help with, parenting advice, medical advice, you want us to power rank things. We're the best at power ranking things. Just give us 5 similarly related things and we will rank them 1 through 5 and they will be the best rankings ever. If you want us to define what is a better boomerang out of a couple of things, we can do that. We can also tell you if things are ladles or not. And hey, we can also hit us up if you want to know how good of a houseboat a boat is, because all boats are houseboats. We learned that today. But at PassGradePod, hashtag PTG Answers. That's how you tweet them to us. You can also email them to us, answers@passgradepod.com, or go to the website passgradepod.com and contact us, and then Jesse will send them to us. But Twitter is the fastest and best way to do it. At PassGradePod, use the hashtag PTG Answers. Let's start with our buddy Cruz Garcia at mynamecraig08 on Twitter. You can follow him on Twitter. But Cruz says, martial arts, just manly ballet.
Nah. Martial arts are combat chess.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. And if
I like
manly
that a
ballet
lot.
is dirty dancing. That's what manly ballet is. But yeah, no, martial arts, I've said it for years. It's like deadly, or I don't know if deadly is the right word, but physical chess with the human body. It really is a chess match, especially once you start grappling and everything, but striking everything. Yeah, it's combat chess.
Yeah, no, I could not have said anything better than what you just said right there. I'm going to agree with you right off the bat on that.
How many times could you say that?
Yeah, not many. Not
All
many.
the time.
Combat
No, all the
chess,
time.
Good. I like that. Good question, Cruz. Alex O at Alex McThunder1 on Twitter says, if you could fight one celebrity and take all of their money if you win, who would you fight? This is a weird way to look at it because you have to know you're going to win. And then you also
Bill
have to look
Gates.
at Bill Gates.
I mean, The only reason I didn't say Jeff Bezos is because he's on a shit ton of steroids. And like
But you got the size
Zuckerberg,
on
you know,
him.
yeah, I know I do, but he also has like training and he might be better at combat chess than I am. And he could choke me out.
Mhm.
Same thing with Zuckerberg. Bill Gates can't do shit. I would fuck that nerd up. And then I'd be what, the third richest man in the world?
Yeah. So I went a different route. I wasn't just like, who's the richest person? I tried to do some research. If you want a fucked up answer, it's Michael J. Fox. If you want a fucked up answer, it'd be Michael J. Fox. Also fucked up, but I didn't feel as bad saying it. I was like, these YouTube kids are making a fuckload of money. So I was like, who is a child YouTube star that I could just kick the shit out of and take their money? Ryan Kaji, Ryan's World on YouTube. He's the kid that like just does product reviews and opens stuff on YouTube. He's worth $100 million. Yeah, I'd beat the shit out of that 12-year-old, and then I would take his $100 million.
I mean, I don't know why this one popped into my head, but Cloris Leachman. I can kick the shit out of her. No, you're thinking of Betty White. Oh, wait, no, Cloris Leachman did die. Fuck, never mind.
Like years ago.
I was gonna say, yeah, see, that's actually the way to do it, is look up the
you can't
richest
pick dead
streamers,
people.
the
That's
richest
why-
streamers,
yeah.
and then just find the children.
Because like the richest people, like richest streamers are like Jake Paul. Not gonna fight that guy. Mr. Beast, I think, was ahead of him, but like I don't know how I'd handle Mr. Beast. I don't know that I could beat him. I think I could take a 12-year-old. I think you could take a 12-year-old. He seems like a friendly kid. I could just lure him in, like, hey, check out this product review. Bam, 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 take him out, and then I have $100 million.
Okay, well, I've got one right here. It's just two little Russian kids that like play with toys. They've made $64 million. I can kick the shit out of them.
And then
I mean, they're literal, like literal children, like tiny, small kids.
Look,
Who are
this
the
is if
richest
we had
streamers?
to.
That's the way to do it.
But Robert, who would you have?
You know what? I think I'm gonna dream big, or I'm gonna go Jeff Bezos.
You go Jeff the
I'm gonna go
Bays.
Jeff Bezos, yeah.
I don't know if you'd win that fight though.
Okay.
Yeah, Robert, you're not taking Bezos.
No,
I'm sorry to say it.
No, I gotta risk it.
Risk
Otherwise,
it. Yeah, no,
is it worth
I
it?
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You really earned that money.
Mhm.
Does this say how much he's? I mean, if we're just going rich streamers, fucking Ninja and PewDiePie are both worth $40 million. I could kick both the shit out of both of them and not feel bad about it.
I don't know.
But other than
Those
that,
are
I mean,
maybe
like,
better
there's a
fighters.
long list. Like Jennifer Aniston, I could kick her ass.
Finn Wolfhard,
Fuck is Ben
Stranger
Wolfhard?
Things, dude.
Stranger Things.
You know what? Even though it kind of scares me, I bet I could still kick Christopher Walken's ass. I know he knows some shit, but like,
I don't think you
he's
can
old.
Christopher Walken's
Same thing.
ass.
Yes, I could. Also,
No, he's
uh,
Christopher Walken. He could fuck you up, dude.
Morgan
Samuel
Freeman.
L. Jackson.
No, I don't think
Samuel
no.
L. Jackson's like 70 years old.
I still think Samuel L. Jackson could fuck anybody up.
Hold on, I just want to see the.
I just
nut weight on
refuse
this
to
before I
like
say
picture
it.
him losing in a fight that is not to like a fucking Sith Emperor. Like that's the only time that I've ever seen Samuel lose, and it was like for the betterment of like the galaxy.
All right,
Really?
these were $50 million. This would be an easy one. Joe Pesci.
He's old, but he's connected.
He's old as fuck. See, that's the problem, though. Is I bet if I ever like if it came out that I killed Joe Pesci, somebody in the mob would take me out. So
You
there's
saw
the problem with that one.
You saw Goodfellas. You saw the Lufthansa heist. I know that it wasn't him, but like they're gonna get rid of you.
Bro, this is like the obvious one. Why, dude? Taylor Swift.
I don't
Like,
think you can get to her.
Bro, no, I'm not getting to her. I'm fighting her for her money. And I bet you she knows some like Krav Maga and shit like that. This is a size factor. I'm getting that 900 million. It's
If you're fighting Taylor Swift,
$900 million.
you know that like Travis is gonna come out like a wrestler. He's gonna run out of the locker room and like
It's not
slide
allowed.
under there.
I'm
He's
not
gonna
fighting
beat.
Travis. I'm
Like,
fighting
we don't have those rules. I'm just
Also,
gonna go with the kids.
you know
I
what?
think we got to stick to kids because I know we can beat those kids.
Yeah, and you know what? If it's for $900 million, I'm going right for Travis's knee. I'm taking the knee out immediately. Knee, then nuts, then eyes.
I don't
And I'm
think you
winning
could
that
take
fight.
Travis.
I don't think I could either, but if 900 million was on the, but I'm not fighting Travis. I'm fighting Taylor.
But he's gonna run out.
Ooh, you know who?
You have to know he's gonna have an NWO Wolfpack style like charge the ring.
Oh, I just want to look up. This is the last one I'm gonna do, and then we can. I just want to see his Rob Manfred. I would
Yeah.
fucking destroy like Robert. That's who you should have. Rob Manfred, because like he is old as fuck. Says he's worth about $40 million. That can't be. Doesn't he make like $40 million a year? Oh
Yeah,
no,
I
that's
he pays it to Shohei's bookie to try and like cover it up.
what's the NFL's commissioner name?
Roger Goodell.
Roger Goodell. He makes $40 million a year too. But like, yeah, dude, Rob Manfred, that the fucking fraud. I would destroy that old bit. Dude, he looks like, you know that painting of the farmer and his wife just holding a pitchfork? That's what Rob Manfred looks like. I'd fucking kill that guy.
Kind of.
This doesn't see these net worths I never know because it says Roger Goodell's net worth is 200 million and he makes 64 million a year. And all he has to do, like, how much money is he spending a year? That's insane.
Do that with politicians. That's fun. Where you're like,
Fuck.
How did you make this much money? And then it's like, oh, but they actually ended up with $70 billion.
No. With politicians, it's like you make 200K, but you're worth 600 million. Rob Manfred, he makes 64 million a year, or not Manfred, Goodell, and only has 200. That's shit. But yeah, I'm changing my answer. Nancy Pelosi.
Wait, are all politicians just Shohei Ohtani's interpreters with lines of credit like that?
Could be.
Might be. All right. Good question, Alex. I like that one. We made us think there. Let's go on to the next one. We got some power rankings for this week. Todd Voss gives them to us at as_seen_by_TV is where you can follow Todd on Twitter. And Todd says power rank insurance mascots. And the 5 he gives us are Flo from Progressive. Robert, make sure you bleep out all of the companies because no free ads. Jake from State Farm. And also it would just be funny that the whole segment's bleeped. Gecko from Geico. Mayhem from Allstate, and Limu, Emu, and Doug from Liberty Mutual. Robert, I want you to go first on this one.
This was actually kind of tough, but I think my number 1 is going to be Mayhem. I think that guy's really funny.
Good man.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go Gecko from Geico as my number 2. You know,
Okay.
he's always getting the little hijinks. He's a little tiny gecko who's British.
He's got a fun little accent.
Look at me.
Yeah. He can't take spicy things, you know.
It's too hot, mate.
Next, I'm gonna go Jake from State Farm. I like
Disagree, but okay.
I like that commercial where like, oh, who are you talking to? Jake from State Farm. Well,
They
what do you
killed
Well,
wear?
him.
that's so you're saying the
killed him.
original Jake. That's not Jake anymore.
I honestly don't know like what the new Jake does. Doesn't
He does.
do-
He
Is
goes
he-
to
is he
basketball
young-
games and hangs out.
He's a young, hot black guy.
Yeah, but doesn't he also do the commercials with Patrick Mahomes and
Yeah.
yeah?
No, the original Jake was like a middle-aged, balding white guy.
In khakis.
I mean, there's still Jake.
Okay.
Okay.
He's hanging out with athletes. He's doing whatever. Yeah, whatever. Then I'm gonna go Flo from Progressive. It's no longer just Flo. They got these other side characters whose names I don't even know, but there's too many people now.
Jamie. I know
Yeah.
Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
The lady
Jamie
with the
sucks.
motorcycle parents.
She sucks too.
Coming-
They all suck except Flo.
Check on her.
Yeah, so it's no longer just Flo.
Flo
And then
kinda
the last one, I'm
sucks.
gonna go Limu, Emu, and Doug. They have a cool little jingle, but they don't do anything.
Bee-boo.
But that's not
Wow.
even Doug. That's the other guy.
Your list started out great and then just got ridiculous.
Yeah. Let me correct it. I'll make it better. 1 is Limu, Emu, and Doug. I mean, you get 2 for the price of 1. And like one of them is an emu with glasses on. And like
It's a value pick.
right? On the commercial where like when they're over to dinner at each other's house and they have the little like cars that the kids are riding in, and then he's got a little baby emu, like that's hilarious. And the Shane Gillis bit on SNL where like emu is really kind of like murderous.
Psychopath.
That's funny too. So Limu Emu and Doug 1. Number 2 is Mayhem. Great pick. I thought Robert had. But that I have nothing but like he's funny. It's entertaining. I pay attention to those. And like I don't feel like you get oversaturated with Mayhem. Number 3 is Flo. I think Flo is annoying. But unlike some people,
Sometimes.
Flo has consistently been there for a lot of my life. And unlike some other people that may or may not wear red shirts and khaki pants, Flo is ushering in the future generation. We may think that Jamie and the other girl and those other people are annoying, but Flo's like, hey, come over here. We sell insurance. This is what we do. We're hanging out. Like Flo's like creating non-toxic work culture. And I appreciate that about Flo. So Flo's going to be 3 there. 4 is the Gecko. Yeah, he's got the accent. Yeah, he's small. Yeah, he has a couple of those things. But really, what do you do? He really does nothing for me.
He helps
You know,
people
like-
save on their home and auto insurance.
Right, but like not as cool as Mayhem and not as cool as Limu, Imu, and Doug. And then like you don't have the team that Flo has. But you are better than Jake from State Farm because like the fact that State Farm just thought they could pull the wool over our eyes and just pretend that like we're gonna it's the same guy. Same guy, yeah. Like that you could just write off one of your cast members and write him back in, and then we're gonna do like how come like why did they have to be Jake? It could have been literally any other name. It could have been Doug from State Farm.
Because they nailed
Jim.
it with Jake. They blew their
Right,
load too early
but
with
then you
Jake. It's
changed
the perfect name, Jake from State Farm.
Or like if
Chris
we
from
changed
State Farm
Flo,
doesn't sound the same.
we had a new Flow. People were like, what the fuck? That's weird.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Like the caveman, the Geico caveman was cooler than Jake from State Farm. They're just throwing him in our face too much. So Limu, Emu, Doug, Mayhem is 2, Flo is 3, Gecko is 4, and Jake from State Farm is 5. Pat, bring it home.
1-1, I'm agreeing with Robert. Mayhem. I love those commercials. They're hilarious. And also love the actor. He was phenomenal in Rescue Me. One of my favorite all-time shows. And he's been good in other stuff I've seen him in. So Mayhem 1, Limu, Emo, and Doug 2. They're great.
Yeah.
They're just
Value pick too.
he's a fucking emu in sunglasses.
Right.
And Doug is funny. He's got a weird mustache. I love it. 3, I'm gonna go the Gecko. Even though I agree with you, I think the caveman was a better Geico mascot, but the Gecko's good, dude. Gecko's been
And
there forever.
Gecko, I get it.
Yeah,
It
it,
makes
sounds like
sense.
it's similar. It's fun. I like it. 4, I'm going Flo. I do go back and forth. Sometimes Flo annoys the shit out of me. Sometimes she doesn't, but like she's always been there. And I like Flo as a character. Everyone else on there sucks. Jamie's annoying.
Serious
Oh,
question.
I'm weird, but my parents are perky motorcycle people. Like she sucks too.
We're in the tree of trust, correct?
Mm-hmm. Would.
Right.
Yeah, I would.
Would.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Robert.
Yeah.
Flo.
No. Mm-mm.
Why?
There's
Not enough woman for you?
there's only one woman for me.
This is a hypothetical, dude. Obviously, this is a hall pass situation.
It exists in a vacuum. Sam doesn't exist.
Yeah. Sam's not even here. Doesn't even count. Sam doesn't exist in this world.
Robert just has a thing about white women.
If Sam's
Doesn't
not
like 'em.
here, then I'm not here.
Okay, fine.
All right, that's a super creepy way for her to not be allowed to break up with you now. Okay. Yeah, you
Yeah,
break up with me,
Robert,
I'll
yeah.
fucking kill myself.
Got it.
Yeah, and then 5, Jake from State Farm. Everyone else on the list is a character. Jake is
Jake's
not.
a guy. He doesn't do
He's
anything.
just a dude. Like, and literally in all of the commercials with him in it now, it's, oh, look at the celebrity. They're doing something. And Jake is standing here.
And he's like, "What's up, guys?" And they're like, "Hey."
Nothing against the guy. I don't dislike Jake from
He
State Farm.
seems
I actually,
chill.
he's like, and I like the commercials, but all of them are better mascots than him. He's just a dude that happens to be there at every moment.
And he's exactly like what the Gecko is for Geico, but he's just a guy.
Yeah,
It's like,
you're not a
right,
Gecko.
but the Gecko is it's a Gecko still. So like that's cool.
I will say I hate the new Gecko commercials. Oh, whatever
Yeah, I
hand
don't
he
love 'em.
chooses to use is his own business. Oh, like those commercials suck. Just put the Gecko fucking trying to sell people insurance. Those always
Yeah.
worked.
And then when they drop him off, like I think it was a boat they dropped him off at, and he was like having to walk really far because he's a gecko and he's tiny.
I mean, the one where he eats the spicy food. It's too hot, mate. It's too hot.
It's too hot for me. Yeah. All right. So those power ranking insurance mascots. I like that. That was a good one, Todd. Todd's been crushing it with the power ranking
That boy Todd.
suggestions this week or this month, this year in general, actually. Best power ranker of the year so far.
His life.
Jordan Welch weighs in with our next one. He is at J_Welch2795 on Twitter. And Jordan says, is the YMCA the best advertising song ever?
It could be, and I actually heard it today. I put on Hall & Oates radio at the restaurant, and YMCA came on at some point. But it's funny, like when you actually listen to the lyrics of it, it's basically saying, dude, you can get a good meal here, you can shower. It's an ad for homeless people, which I do not think the YMCA takes in anymore.
Well, so what they were called SROs. This is explained to me a while back, but this is me I'm not bullshitting this at all. This was they're called SROs, and it's like something single room occupant or single room occupied, whatever. But the YMCA used to be basically like in like urban areas, if you were coming to like apply for jobs and you didn't have money for a hotel, but you were trying to like look for a job, you could stay at the YMCA for a night, and then you could go to your job interview and you would have a place to stay that was fairly safe, and like if you couldn't afford a hotel and stuff. And so then it kind of became like it's a double entendre because it's also kind of a gay anthem too. But then cruising became a thing with like, hey, well, you can also like go stay with a dude and like hook up at the YMCA too. But the YMCA was mostly just like, hey, you need a place to stay for a little bit, come on over here. And then it ended up like it started out with like people going for the jobs and stuff like that, but then it ended up being like a hookup spot and then homeless people taking over it.
It was a place for the boys. Then they started fucking letting broads in, and it all went to shit.
But they also like the YMCA is basically like the double entendre of it is like, look, if you need a safe place to be, we got a safe place over here. The YMCA, you can come through here. And the YMCA initially hated the song and then was like, no, you're right. It's actually like when you look at the lyrics, like the lyrics aren't about anything else. It's about like, this is a cool spot. You can come here. There's a place you can stay. We got like, they'll take care of you, all of this. Like, so it ended up being like they were against it. Then they came back to it. And then it just became like what it is today, which is awesome. I think like I don't feel like it makes me go to the YMCA though. I don't feel like it makes me go to the YMCA.
It makes you aware of it.
It makes me aware of it, but I feel like if you had the best advertising song, I have a structured settlement and I need cash now. Oh, J.G. Whitworth, 877 cash now. I have an annuity and I need cash now.
No free ads though, right?
Everybody fucking knows that. Yeah, bleep that whole segment out.
I mean, it's not around anymore, but Casa Ole, Ole, fresh today. Ole. That was a great one because guess what? I'm far more likely to go to Casa Ole than I was to go to JG Wentworth.
Yeah, but if I need a structured settlement, I need cash now. Like I know JG Wentworth, I can go there.
But then I have to have a structured settlement that I need access to. Casa Ole,
right.
I can just go.
And then for
trying to think of other like restaurant
Air Force Ones,
songs.
Air Force Ones for Nelly. That
I was never a shoe guy,
but I got Air Force Ones because Nelly. I had blue and white Air Force Ones, and they were sick, and I don't know where they are now.
I wonder how many people don't even realize what YMCA stands for. It's Young Men's Christian Association.
Mm-hmm.
How many people are like, dude, I didn't know it had anything to do with Christians. Doesn't really anymore.
Not really anymore.
Chick-fil-A is far more Christian than the YMCA.
Yeah.
But
although I do want
we should
I don't think start saying it's Young Men's Chick-fil-A Academy
Association.
Young Men's Chick-fil-A Academy would be a funnier way to tell people what it is.
YMCFA, Young Men's Chick-fil-A.
I guess you would have to, yeah. So never mind. Robert, what do you think? Best advertising song of all time? Is it the YMCA? Because to me, it's like I understand like it's making me aware that it exists, but like, are you like I got to get to that YMCA, dude?
Maybe like, can it be like a little jingle? Because I'm thinking like avocados from Mexico. Avocados.
That
a jingle is a song, yeah.
That's why I did Air Force Ones and then the JG went with. I was like, that's kind of both, but yeah, you can pick either.
Valley of the Jolly Green Giant. But that was only when we were kids. That jingle isn't even around anymore. I mean, avocados from Mexico might fucking be
avocados from Mexico are good. And I like that coach one where he's like, you're not going to start today And the guy's like, did you just bench me saying the avocados from Mexico jingle? Here, take this tray. And it was just a tray of avocados. So that's pretty funny.
Yeah, because like if I heard YMCA, I'm not likely to go to YMCA. If I hear the avocados from Mexico jingle,
You
I
kinda
might
want
be
my
like,
avocados.
and I'm not even an avocado guy, but I might be like, I do have to go to the store later. Let's pick up some avocados. Let's make some fucking tacos. That could actually influence me. YMCA will not.
So it's not the best advertising song. It's probably the best song about like a place that you could consider an advertisement.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Best full-length song as an
About
advertisement.
that could be used as an advertisement. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. We landed it.
Yeah, I mean, I was racking my brain trying to think of other ones where it's like checks over straight. Like Drake has some like references in certain ones, but never. It's like, oh shit, I want to buy that brand. Like Air Force Ones is him saying he's stomping in his Air Force Ones.
It's not a brand, but Red Solo Cup is up there too.
That is a brand. Solo is a brand.
Oh yeah, that's got to be the answer then. Red Solo Cup is the best advertisement
For Toby. Yeah, let's do that. Adidas from Korn.
And it is a full song. I don't even know Adidas by Korn.
All day I do that sex, but
still, it's
Toby
Red
Keith,
Solo Cup.
Red Solo
It's got to
Cup.
be the best advertising song of all time. Full length song anyway.
Just because we miss him. R.I.P. in peace.
And it's just like, it's a great song. It's a dumb fucking song. It's like, it's great in the same way Roadhouse is great. Yeah, it's fucking stupid, but like, shut up and enjoy it. R.I.P. Toby.
All right. Last question this week is from Josh Treecoddle at Joshua Tree 713, and strap in, boys, because it's a doozy. Josh Tree says, when north is north, if you're headed north, are you going the same direction if you're on the other side of the world? When does north end? Is the compass a boomerang? Compass is a boomerang, yes. I would say that it is a mediocre boomerang because the arrow could go in different spots and come back, but the boomerang itself would not just spin back to you.
I want to go ahead and answer the.
When is north not north? When you go to the North Pole? The North Pole, you can't go any more north than the North Pole?
As soon as you cross the North Pole, that's when north is no longer north. You're walking in a straight line, you cross the North Pole, now you're heading south. But when
you're looking up, but you're looking down too. Your body, you're just tricked because you're looking up and you're like, I'm at the North Pole, but that's really down because you've reached the top, which is down.
When he goes, if you're headed north, are you going the same direction if you're on the other side of the world? Yeah, north doesn't change. No matter what side of the world you're on, if you're headed north, it's always north.
But if you're going north at the North Pole, what do you do?
Well, once you cross the North Pole, then you're suddenly going south. That's when north is no longer north. Once you got to the North Pole.
Yeah, once you're at the North Pole, you can't go more north than north.
Yeah.
You can't go more south than the South Pole.
North is no longer north once you've passed north.
What about heaven? Is that on the compass?
That's not north, that's up.
It's up. Okay. They don't have poles in heaven.
Oh, well, I mean, heaven is whatever you want it to be. There could be strippers everywhere.
True. Okay, I felt like that was going to be a more complex question than it was, but I feel like we broke it down pretty well.
It was just his wording that made it complex. I love you, Josh.
North, not north, is when you're at the North Pole, because once you're at the North Pole, even if you're going north, you end up going south because you can only go to the top. It's like you can't go more up on a mountain. That's it. You have to only go down. So even if, I guess you could get like airlifted out.
But then that only works the mountain
because
you're not going north on a mountain. I guess you could be, but you're also just more so going up.
Dude, that would be crazy. Like, does the compass just go and just immediately like just goes to the opposite side? Like, that's gotta be crazy.
I would assume when you get that close to the pole of it, the compass is probably
spinning.
Just like spinning anyway.
So it is
like this is too magnetized. No, because it's going in a circle.
No, because it's spinning, so it's coming back.
Boomerangs don't do circles.
They come back to where they were, though. The mediocre.
But that's not what the compass is doing. It's just
mediocre.
Being fucked up by
not
magnets.
a great boomerang. Mediocre.
It's not a boomerang.
I didn't say it was a great boomerang. I said it's a mediocre.
It's not one at all.
Agree to disagree.
I don't
Great
agree to
questions.
disagree.
Great questions, everybody. I loved those. I thought this was a fun podcast. This is a fun one. I know it's a weird
Lot of
day
fun.
doing it on a Tuesday. Felt like I got a lot out there. Hopefully you guys were entertained by it. If you were, or even if you weren't, please share us with a friend. Just be like, hey, check out these guys. I listen to this podcast with these guys on it. They're pretty cool. One of them had a birthday this week. He's 37 years old now. Robert's actually older than us. A lot of you guys don't know that. A lot of you guys don't know that. But
True.
yeah, for
His
Robert's birthday,
birthday's
share the
definitely not
podcast.
on July 4th.
Definitely not
Liar.
on July 4th. But yeah, please share us with a friend. It would really help us out. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever else you listen to podcasts. If you're listening to us, go subscribe to the YouTube version and click play on that. If you're watching us, go subscribe to the audio version, click play on that. Help us out. Wish Robert a happy birthday at Robert Barbosa 03 on Wednesday, March 27th. If you're listening to this, happy birthday, Bobby Jokes. And yeah, love you, buddy. Love you, buddy. What else we got? Anybody in the brackets? Yeah, go U of H. U of H, root for U of H. Red Wings need a big win tonight as I'm recording this. Their season's pretty much done if they don't get a couple wins string together.
Bruins need to figure it out.
Then them, and then let's work on pitching Snakeskin to a movie exec or something like that. I don't know. Let's see what we can do. But we love you guys. Have a great rest of your week. Until we talk to you guys next time, we're gonna guess celebrities before I forget that. See what I did there? See what I did there?
Yeah.
Look at that. All right, I'm gonna go Conor McGregor. Knox.
I'm going Patrick Swayze.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal, Patrick Swayze, Conor McGregor. All right, let's go. In 3. Okay, as I say that. I always pull it up on my computer, but it's like y'all can't see my computer screen, so I have to do it on my phone so the screen can show that I'm not cheating. All right, Regis Philbin is who it's on right now.
Mhm.
It's on Regis Philbin. Diane Sawyer. Damn it, that wasn't cool.
Damn, Diane Sawyer.
Run it back. All right, ready? Same picks.
Patrick Swayze.
Marsha Wallace. All right, first one with a dude. Drew Carey.
Drew
Damn,
Carey,
all right.
damn it. Why is his picture black and white?
I don't know.
His whole
I didn't
career
put
has
it
been
there. I
black.
didn't make it. But
What the
hey,
fuck is-
we'll get it one day. We love you guys. Have a great rest of your week. Share us with a friend. And until we talk to you next time, pass the gravy. Yeah, bitches.
Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. Now we go ahead and lick and we'll get rich today.